You know what trick will do. What's up, everybody?
So should
A random live listing, having fun. My wife is gonna do a few listings with me before she falls asleep.
should I try to copy one that's already there, just a regular jean jacket, or
Yeah, I would
go off create a new listing?
maybe copy it and change a few things so it gets a little more attention. Change the description up a little bit. What's up, Greg? Thanks for hanging out. Yep, just doing this. Listed quite a bit last night. Gonna do a few more. Oh, just got a new offer. They went up $1.
I didn't count it. I don't know if it's a new offer.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, awesome, Greg. Yeah, man. Gonna do a little bit of listing as well. Had a 2-hour nap. My wife said caught her up on sleep. It's gonna keep me awake a little bit to get some more done. So I get to not rush as quick in the morning. No, I didn't go live last night. And tonight I only went live at this time because I've been editing a video, working on all that before I was going to lock myself in the room and get some work done. I'll give you a sneak peek to the video. It wasn't the best find, but I have been scoring huge, and I mean huge, with the Halloween blow molds. Picked this up for $5. Listed it last night for $60. It's already got a watcher on it, so that's exciting. And we've been doing a lot, right, dear?
Mm-hmm.
We've had a busy weekend. Let's see if a few more people find out about this. It says we got a couple right now. Let's see here. Make sure I'm muted on YouTube. Yep. We are muted. Sweet. What's up, Kaiser? Sorry we couldn't connect, man. What did Kaiser wanted to do Saturday? What did we do Saturday? Try to do some yard sales. Picked up our son. It got rained out. Yeah, it got rained out.
I don't even know what we did yesterday.
We've been busy because we had a late Friday night. Had a big church event.
We did more listing.
We had a lot of fun, so we did a lot more listing. Whoa, we redid our inventory. That's what I was going to tell them.
That room.
We organized 2 rooms. So the room that you're seeing us in. So there's my lovely wife over there. She's doing some jackets and stuff. So all of our clothing photos are there. All of our hard good. That's what you do it. There's a light right there. So I have a little photo spot here that I'll be doing some listing on. But we dedicated another room to all of our listed inventory. So when it gets done here, we just take it out of this room and get it in some bins in the other room. So everything that's around me, I think, yeah, just about everything in here is unlisted. So I get to have a lot of fun. So let me catch up on the chat. What's up, Philly Picker? Man, I'll get somebody connected to start watching you. A friend of mine, she helps me out at my church. Her sister lives in Philly, and they're going to be working on starting their business. This is cool. I'm in Virginia. They're going to be doing their online business together, one in Philly, one in Virginia. If it blows up, that's going to get complicated with inventory and whatnot. But basically, they can basically work on the listings and the photos. Using the app, they can make sure the communication's well. I think everything's going to ship out of Virginia, but it's her sister, so she'll be able to drive down, bring her inventory, stuff like that. So, but they're going to be kicking their business off in the next week or so. So really cool. Kaiser ended up staying in Virginia Beach. Sweet. Greg, my wife's name is Brittany. Mrs. Flips in some of the chats, but yes, Brittany. Pretty fun. The 2 separate spaces is great. I use the same concept. It does a lot for you mentally. Yes. Going into that room to pull orders does feel better than digging through your unlisted and your listed stuff in the same room. So, and guys, we're just doing that because business is growing. What did we say we had? We have probably about 500 items, you know, with multi-quantity listings. Probably have 500 to 600 items in that room. And then we easily have 500 items that still need to be listed.
Yeah.
So with all that, I mean, just in our house, guys, we're running this out of our house. We're looking at about 1,000 inventories. That's right. Hey, Brittany. Yes. If you ever want to know how to spell it, yes, you spell it like you say Brittany. A lot of people do like
because yeah, everybody
Brit
says my name
N-E-Y. They'll say Brittany. I say Brittany because it helps people figure out how to spell it. No, but it's just Brittany.
Or you can just say Brittany.
She's gonna yell at me, guys. You guys are witness. You guys are witness if anything happens. Does anyone in the chat wear a size 12? Because I'll give you a deal. Because you know I'm a shoe guy too, everybody. I picked up a sweet pair of Jordans that I haven't listed yet, but I'll probably get into it. This is all listed. We've got 8 in the chat.
Question: would you do this as a jean jacket or a motorcycle jacket?
Can you say both?
It's one style. So you can pick.
Say motorcycle, and if they complain, just put jean in the title.
It is.
Hey, well, here, toss it here real quick, dear. I'll show it to everybody because they hear us talking about it and they don't know what it is. She is listing. We found this a few months ago. It's just the season to get your coats listed. This is a long women's jean trench coat. But check out that tag. Harley Davidson tag. Only thing I was missing, it wasn't a made in the US tag, but I think I got it for like $6 or $7. It'll, what, $50? But yeah, nice little find. We are, all right, Greg said, you're a cowboy boot guy. Well, dude, I got a ton of cowboy boots as well. In men's, I have to look through. I think I have some 12 or 13, some John Deere work boots, and then I have some other cowboy boots. Oh, they're size 11. Greg, I think these are 11. I think so. Yep, 11 EE, extra wide, but size 11. But all the other ones I have to dig out. So thanks so much, man. Yeah, and they said they might start doing videos after they get kind of started and rolling. And I've been helping them and encouraging, you know, showing them thrift store stuff they can find. But they're gonna, I think, do really well, which will be good. Solely eBay, yes, for now. Besides Facebook Marketplace, like we did what, a $15 sale last week. We did a $10 sale in there today. Our bigger, bulkier stuff we just do on Facebook Marketplace, except for that. What's that thing we gotta list? I probably need to do it tonight. Yeah, the vacuum cleaner, the Shark Rocket. Got one of those. and a box for it to fit in. Vintage Mentality. Hello there. Was listing too. We're new to eBay. Awesome. Just work on it slowly but surely and grow. Emily Conway in the house. Yes, Emily, you are in the right spot. And Emily, if you're there, I have an idea. I'll show quickly, exclusively to this chat, Emily. Saturday night, 8:30, Emily Conway's channel. We will be talking about Pokemon cards. 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Emily did a good job with Nana. But Emily, I don't know about you, but I think we're going to do some bulk lot giveaways, okay? Bulk lot giveaways, some GX, some EX, some... Oh, did I just show the wrong ones? Let's see. No. Yeah, those are GX, EX. Ha ha ha. And how about some shinies, some full arts, rainbow rares? If this is all foreign to you when I say all these names, then you need to tune in Saturday night. Emily Conway, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Emily, I'm thinking of, we'll cover a card, especially the newer cards, what the difference is in them, the rarity. And then when we do it, we'll do some giveaways with them too. So if somebody's really interested, come hang out in the channel. Like I said, next Saturday night, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, Emily Conway. We're going to be talking Pokemon and giving away Pokemon. So hope you're ready. Because we have a ton of cards. I mean, even guys. Brittany, is it okay if I give this one away? It's kind of the card. It was a smaller card back in the day.
I can't even see that part.
We'll do a Machamp base set, first edition holo. Right there. Okay? You can come grab this on Emily's channel. First edition base set holographic Machamp. Okay? There it is, right there. Anyway, if people are watching the replay, you know to show up at Emily Conway's live next week. We're going to hook it up, Emily. It's going to be fun. And I'm not claiming to be an expert. It's just when I start to learn about stuff, I get obsessive. My wife's sitting over here. We probably went Pokemon hunting for 2 years. Of well, no, just even the cards. Oh yeah. I got boxes. Thanks, Craig. He said Logan Paul ain't got nothing on Josh. Well, he does. He had $200,000 to buy Pokemon cards. So, everybody's doing that. They're getting a lot of traction right now. Who's the other rapper? He just paid $247,000 for the base Shadowless Charizard. And then he just bragged about it all over like TikTok and Instagram. And
I've never wanted anything.
Yeah. I'll think of his name in a second, but I saw that trending and I was like, man. Guys, Pokemon cards are hot right now. So I was going to list these in a lot, but I think a giveaway form will be better. So I'll set all those aside. Don't worry, we still have tons of cards. We've been selling tons of cards. So, all right, what to list, dear? What do I have room to list?
Small stuff.
Small stuff. What is everyone listing? Where's the bang?
I know you.
Well, if my wife's really nice, there's one in the fridge.
Look, I'm afraid if I leave this room, I'm gonna go to the bedroom and go to sleep.
No, not pulling the Joey. Joey does really good. It's just I want to chat with you guys for a little bit and thank you all for hanging out. But no, if I get into a listing, my brain gets some tunnel vision, and if I start to listing, I don't want to ignore you guys. So Emily's doing PJ Masks figurines right now and vintage 70s clothing. I like that.
Do we still say 10 by 7 by 4?
Sure. All right, we can do yarn.
Yeah. That's easy.
Opened any packs? Not on video, but yes. Opened a ton, man. Yarn or shoes. I got a brand new bag of shoes on top of the 4 crates of shoes. Yarn, shoes. I got some Funko Pops to list.
I have a question because I'm still new. This is over 2 pounds.
Yes.
Okay, so still USPS priority mail?
Yes, but
Okay.
in the put a flat rate charge of $14.97.
So not calculated?
Nope, not calculated. It's over 2 pounds?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do $14.90.
Flat shipping.
Yep.
$14.90 what? What is it?
$14.97. Chris is not listening. He's relaxing. I list a crap ton of Bath and Body Works lotion right now. Hey, that's good.
Wait, who? What? I need some. What was you talking about?
Greg Stewart, drop your store link in there. Hold on, let me make you a mod.
Had a coupon that
My wife's gonna
go check out your store.
stock. She's gonna stock your store. Let me add you as a mod. It may take a little bit to get active. What's up, Yakov? Use the yarn to make shoelaces. I can list both. That's what Louis said. What's up, Luis? Hanging out in Cali. Well, I'll drop this in here if anybody new wants to say hey. You totally can, because having somebody else being able to chat with everybody is really good when you're trying to list at the same time. I'm gonna start on shoes. I haven't done shoes in a while.
We didn't have room for shoes for quite a while.
We did. We ran out of room for shoes.
It's not gonna look good.
Oh, he said it's not live yet. Oh, sweet. Yeah, he's gonna send some pics over on Instagram. Thanks, man. But yeah, there's a link to StreamYard. Link it up if you want to. We're gonna do some Adidas.
It's too long. You said what to do this?
Yup, shebang. We're gonna do some Ariat boots, some women's Ariat boots.
They just gonna have to see the eBay thing. If I do a regular hanger, it's gonna hang funky.
It's time to get funky. Listed some Jordans today. Oh, sorry, man. Nah, you're good, Louie. Oh, you're good, Yakov. I'm just letting people kind of jump in when they want to. Yeah, Kaiser. if you want to do it in a minute, man, I want to hear about it. Guys, this is Resell on the Road Kaiser. He actually is in Virginia, or was, and did a lot of sourcing in Virginia. About an hour and a half away from me. I wanted to meet up with them. We just got really busy this weekend, but I'd love to hear the stuff you found here in VA. So Chris listed some Jordans. I have a pair of those to list as well. Wha-bam! The suede with the red and the blue. These things are in pristine condition. They're size 12. Oh, Louis, you're good, man. Keep listing. I'm sorry your cam broke. You know, yeah. If they could see your face, that'd be good, because if I start listing and I'm not looking at the cam, I'd want them to be able to see somebody. I mean, I know people are listening in the background, but I think Kaiser's going to jump on a little bit, and I'll let him chat it up a little bit. Joe Deals, I saw that, man. Listing some yarn. Oh, Emily, we went through that phase as well. She says she knows every single PJ Masks character.
Yeah. Yep. I don't know if her kids go through stuff as quick as ours does.
That is true.
Like what he likes for a minute.
Yeah, because then you gotta learn all the Ryan characters. Looking for my shoe brush. Gonna clean some shoes before we list. And now it's Minecraft. That is true.
He doesn't even, our kid doesn't even know what Minecraft is and likes Minecraft.
That's because every kid knows about Minecraft.
Yeah, like he doesn't even know what Minecraft is.
Chris says he knows all about PJ Masks, but he doesn't even have kids.
Well, probably part of being a reseller, huh?
It is. I know a ton about Monster High Dolls and Littlest Pet Shop, and we don't have a girl. You will learn about what sells real quick. Oh no.
Cleaner.
I need to get some more.
Yeah, what anyway? Well, really cool.
Huh?
I was like trying to figure out what the name of this kind of wash on the jean jacket is. I tried to Google it, but
I'm gonna get you Courtney's number. You can ask her. She knows all the professional.
well, I'm like, there's
style
it
words.
just has that like to me where it looks like it's dirty, but it's not dirty.
Yeah. All right, I'm not gonna clean the other shoe because none of this really came off. And guys, it doesn't even look that bad. It looks pretty sweet. I was gonna try to spiffy him up. Pure bounce. Time to look them up. Oh, it's all good, man. Trunks for sale. Started following you. And Emily, I have some new. I don't do TikTok. I do the reels on Instagram, and I came up with like 3 other ideas this weekend that I got to get done. Man, so much fun. All right, let's make myself start this first one. Oh, I'm gonna accept that offer too, dear. On the Mickey Mouse lamp. Da-na-na-na-na. Scooby Doo. He buys a lot of stuff on eBay. Listed last night and sold today. Just accept the offer. This thing is pretty sweet. It is from the Disney parks. It holds popcorn on the top, and it displays a little Mickey light as you walk around. And it flickers. So if you just set it on the counter, it flickers like a little candle. Picked it up for $3. Just accepted a offer of $32.97. Free shipping. So, and I think it goes out. Yeah, it'll go out for about $5. So, good little profit. Didn't know you were getting a what sold. Now we just wait for them to pay. All right. Anybody else have any incredible finds this weekend or sales this weekend? What was your big like excited find or excited sale? And while we're talking about that, I'll ask my buddy when he's ready. Y'all good, man? You ready? I think he is. All right. I'm going to go ahead and welcome Reseller on the Road, Kaiser.
What's up? I'm still in Virginia Beach right now, so I ended up because I was just like working this weekend, just catching up on listings and stuff. So, yeah, but I haven't really done a whole lot of shopping here. But I spent some money on something for myself today.
Nice.
Have you ever seen a one wheel?
Oh yeah.
So that I bought that on Craigslist today. I had one that I broke, and then so I paid a little bit of money for that. But
what's up, Krillin?
I rode that on the beach today. And
yeah, it's got a nice little boardwalk down there.
yeah, but I had a good sale. This thing, I had to pack this huge thing up. That was a really nice sale.
Nice, man.
There's 2,200.
Guys, if you're not following, Resell on the Road, please do.
I paid $900 for that the other day at a pawn shop. Sold it for $2,200, and then I still have another piece that's worth like $350. So that one was a really nice one.
Kaiser, remind everybody how old you are.
21.
21, guys. We were chatting on the phone the other day. Kind of just started reselling at 13, and everybody says that. They're like, oh no, I was selling suckers at the store. Guys, if you keep following Kaiser, he is no doubt, I'm thinking, next year, going to buy a house just off of reseller income. He's never had a standard 9-to-5 job, people. This guy's killing it.
But now what the kids can do with like reselling shoes and all the stuff like that, they can be making like crazy money in high school still. And
yeah.
I'm not into that stuff though, but
big time.
Yeah. Oh, so yesterday, that's my GoPro now.
Nice.
I had a GoPro 9. It got smashed.
Oh.
So I was I was leaving my hotel, and then got in my car, went to some thrift stores, and was about to get it out to do a clip, and I was like, crap, where is it? Couldn't find it. And I remembered that I'd set it on the back of my car when I was leaving the hotel. So I went back to the hotel and got up to the front desk and went outside. I wanted to see if anyone had turned it in. And nothing. So I was like, okay, it fell off somewhere, and someone probably kept it or something. But then I was going down the street, kind of retracing my steps, because it had been like 2 hours since I had left the hotel originally. So and then I see like one of the legs of my tripod in the middle of the road, and so I like stop, pull in there, and like it got smashed up. I have it on an auction right now on eBay for parts.
Oh, nice. I mean, at
It was
least
the
you're.
I just bought that GoPro 9 like 3 weeks ago.
Man, that stinks, dude.
It's at $56, I think. I think I'll get at least 100 out of it, or it's at 53 right now.
Emily, you shouldn't feel attacked that I said selling Stuckers at the store. You know why? I pulled that out of my own story. I had a little grocery store that if I used to tell my dad I was going to the bus stop early because I could walk to this store in like 10 minutes, buy a bag of blow pops for 99 cents. I think it came with 25 suckers in there. I was selling them for a quarter a piece, everybody. Like, that's how I was paying for my milkshakes with my lunch every day at school. I literally did. I started with suckers and Mountain Dew, man, because we only had like Fruitopia, if anybody remembers that drink.
Dang, Utopia.
We only had like Coca-Cola products. This is back when schools let you have soda machines. But we only had Coca-Cola products. Dude, so people would pay me $5 for a bottle of Mountain Dew.
Dang.
Yeah.
And what year was that?
I started that in probably like 99, 2000.
Dang. So that was a lot of money back then. Even
Dude.
now, that'd be a lot of money to pay for.
Yeah, I mean, a soda back in the day, I used to get a soda for probably 80 cents, 90 cents. And then yeah, for $5, man, if I bought a 6-pack, dude.
They're getting their parents' money.
Oh yeah.
So like
fire.
sometimes I would do stuff like that, and then like people would like go home and ask for money to do it the next day, and it's like the only reason someone would do that is if they want it right then. So because they go to Walmart or whatever. I don't know. It's like the convenience factor, but
I had base set Pokemon cards a long time ago. So the base set stuff we have now is my wife's that she like got when she was younger. But that was another first product that I resold. Got a bunch of Pokemon cards, found kids that wanted them. Guys, I was selling holographic Charizards for $25. You'd be insane to do that right now, to sell base set Charizards. But back in the day, they were new. Everybody just wanted the shiniest card out of the yeah, you didn't care what kind of card it was. So I was selling the Blastoise, losing my mind now. Venusaur, Charizard, those are your big three. But yeah, I would go through and show the kids on the bus and be like, $25, who wants a Charizard? Man, if that kid's holding on to that card now, they're doing okay. So we lost him for a second. I'll wait to see if he can jump back in. What's up, Ken? Dan the Answer Man coming through with the answers. Fruitopia was a fruit-flavored drink that Coca-Cola Company in 1994 targeted teens and young adults. While still available in Canada and Australia,
I remember it being like
it was phased out of the U.S.
Sweet. Just sugar.
There we go.
I accidentally unplugged my webcam.
Oh, you're good, man. But yeah, my record was, and it wasn't really a record, but Fruitopia, because it wasn't carbonated, I used to be able to drink the entire thing in under 7 seconds. You want to talk about a sugar rush? It's not something to be proud of. The dancers. What's up, Heidi? Krillin, if you're still there, man. I was talking to Yakov earlier, and I was like, I'm feeling like Krillin today. I was FaceTiming while I was picking up my Chinese food to go order. I was in this shopping center that was just like, I was showing Yakov Hopewell, like near where we live, in the shopping center, and he was like, does it look that empty because of like the pandemic? I was like, no, man. Most of the businesses close when it gets dark. It's sketchy. but it was the closest like Chinese food I could get, and it was really good. It was really good. We'd never eaten there before.
Have you ever been up to DC and like thrifted there?
Not thrifted, but we head up there from time to time.
Mhm.
DC Picker does a lot of electronics and stuff up there.
I was wondering if it's a bad time to be there right now. I don't know.
Yeah, just with people interaction.
Yeah, I don't know. I might stop by there. I've never been there before, so.
A better spot, like if you want to go. No, but Dan, I did save my bag, and we just sold a Harley Davidson jacket, so we're gonna stuff it in the Chinese food takeout bag. No, like sightsee in DC. That's really fun.
Yeah.
But I would actually come a little further south, just to Northern Virginia, your Arlington area. Good revenue flowing through there.
Yeah. Is it like a suburb kind of?
A little bit. Has some good history. So a lot of people that are working in DC, they'll live in that Northern Virginia spot.
Yeah.
And you're only about 3-4 miles outside of the main town.
Yeah.
You'll find a lot more of your thrift, pawn shop, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can hop on like a metro system. You can park like literally if you drive up 95, get off on Franconia. It's a Franconia exit, and they have a metro spot where you can park your car and just take the train all day.
Yeah.
Kind of cruise
I'm
around.
gonna hit Kentucky and Ohio on the way home too. I've never been to either one of those states either. So.
Yeah, man. Just I mean, the only person I know a few people in Kentucky, but of course, you know, Dave Tesla Picker, he's there. And then there's a ton of people in Ohio.
Yeah.
Seems like I see a lot of YouTube resellers from Ohio. What's up, Marrakech? And this is Kaiser, reseller on the road, who does like the coolest thing ever. He's 21. He drives around and finds stuff from state to state, city to city. And he buys good stuff, guys. He sells incredible stuff. He's doing more than paying the bills, which is good. No. Trying to see how much I can get for these shoes. There we go. Can you link his channel, Dan? I know you had quick access to it. And Dan had a question for you as well. What's your favorite food to eat while you're traveling?
Gosh. I eat a ton of sandwiches. I mean, because it's like fast food, or I don't like sit down and eat very often. Like maybe every once in a while for dinner. If I do really good one day, I'll have to treat myself a little bit. But I don't know. Sandwiches aren't the worst thing ever to eat, so it's that or something fried. So, I don't know. But my favorite food, I don't know. I like to try. I'm sort of picky, but like anything with meat, I'm good with. Like meat and cheese. I don't know. I like to try different pizzas and stuff too. But
you're representing Arkansas well, man. Meat and cheese. It's good. And but dude, that you bring up another fun question. What's a good day in your opinion? Because like you just said, you picked up something for $900 and you just sold it for $2,200. Is that a good day?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't have like a exact like dollar amount on it, but if I'm just like finding stuff every store, you know, and then there's days like, you know, where you find something you can make a couple $1,000s on. That's like a amazing day. But I don't know. I think if I can make like at least if I can make $2,000 profit a day, that's like a really good day. Be kind of
Yep.
where, but I mean, I
agree.
spent like I sold a camera for 2,200. That's like that big camera I was talking about.
Yep. That was the one in North
And then
Carolina.
I spent 1,600 of that day.
Gotcha.
So I mean, I don't spend that much very often, but just lined up like that.
You were just
And
able
then I
to
have
find good
all
stuff.
that cash to spend anyways. So I destroyed my GoPro, so I've been using this camera right now.
Oh, nice.
It's really good quality. I mean, it's expensive, but
Yeah.
it's like really zoomed in on your face.
Yeah.
And then the audio, like whenever you do stuff, it picks up like when you touch or picks up stuff like that a lot worse than, I don't know. But I paid like $260, $270 for that, and it's listed for $730. That was
That
just,
camera?
yeah. Oh, so like the pawn shops here, I haven't found one thing.
Oh, really?
But, yeah, because it's the mom and pop shops,
Yeah.
and the other ones were the chains. That's where you kind of want to be at. But tomorrow I'll head to
Nice, Emily.
Richmond. So
Okay.
do you know if the traffic's bad getting out of here in the morning? Because I keep like coming back from I guess it's you go across the water to it's called the Hampton or whatever. And like every time I'm coming back this way, I see the traffic backed up super bad going that way. I don't know.
The tunnel's going to be bad. You can watch your speed, but you can come back up 460.
Mm-hmm.
460 runs right through, like, I'm 5 minutes from it. But like 460, Route 10, some of the like back routes. But yeah, 64 will be jam packed, man. Like getting through the Tidewater area, the tunnel gets backed up bad, and then 64 coming back into Richmond gets really bad.
Mm-hmm.
So 460 will actually take you a little like further down to loop around, and then it brings you right back up and connects to the 95-85 interchange.
Mm-hmm. Like normally I don't really worry about traffic too much, but it's kind of like the one way to go, it seems like. I mean, there was another way that it kind of routes you. If it's like a 2-hour trip, it'll take you a different way, I guess. We were talking about probably. But
there you go. Dan's always sharing everybody else's link. Good job, Chris. Everybody sub to Dan, the answer man. Yes, he said he likes the chain pawn shops better than the mom and pop. More people are going to go to the recognizable name to take their stuff.
And then it's the mom and pop ones are almost always on eBay, and that's the problem.
Yep.
None of the big shops could manage that with all their stores and stuff. They don't have time for it.
Yep.
So
somebody asked, how many states have you covered
I need to count.
You need a map that's like your little intro video.
Let's
like
see.
a whole map. They're all filled in like with like your like a picture of you on them. And then whichever one you're in, it just like blinks. You're like, follow me in Virginia today. Dum, 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 dum. No, Leroy, we didn't. Sundays are a little busy for me. And then Saturday we wanted to, but because Kaiser was like coming through Virginia. Yeah, and he was down like near the Hampton area. And I was like, just for us to get down there with picking up our son and everything.
I think it's around 30. I don't know.
30 states, everybody. He's 21 years old.
But I've thrifted in.
30
I've
states.
been to a few that I didn't.
Dude, that's awesome.
I have this whole like eastern and all the northeast that I haven't hit. And I didn't touch South Carolina on this trip. So I still haven't even been to South Carolina.
What's up?
Actually,
Clippers are right down there where you were. They're right down in Raleigh.
Oh, yeah.
Dun 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 dun. I know. I should text Brooke and Courtney, see if they're awake, make them jump on here.
I imagine probably not working till 7 August.
No, her daughter. No, Brooks told me before. She's like, "Oh no." I just don't know if her sister's driving back tomorrow. Yeah, Leroy said there's a lot of reselling in South Carolina. I think it's a lot everywhere. If you're near, it depends on if you're like in the country somewhere or if you're near a prominent city in your state. Because like there's people that live about 35 minutes from me and they're finding great stuff, but they're in a low population area. They're like at the midway point from where you are, like where you were yesterday, in between like where I am. So they're right in between, and they find great stuff, but that's because they're 30 minutes outside of a big city either way. So, and they work in the equestrian market.
Oh yeah.
So another pretty good, pretty profitable market.
I haven't found too much here. I went out, what would be, I guess Friday I was out thrifting here, and then Saturday I didn't do much, but Friday I found some stuff. Like I got this, have you ever seen these, the Magic Sings?
Yeah.
Karaoke's found one of those.
Somebody asked how many miles you have on your car.
220,000. I really need an oil change right now. But like back home, the place I go to, it's a drive-through, and you don't get out of your car. It takes like 10 minutes.
I got one right up here in Route 10.
Yeah. I'll have to stop there. Like,
dude, depending on what time you leave tomorrow, seriously, we can meet for lunch if you want to.
Okay. Yeah.
Because like, I'll map it out to where I can get you to where that that oil change place is. It's en route to getting on 95.
Okay. Because like I just hate going to like the Jiffy Lube, and it's like $100 or something crazy. And I don't know. I mean, I could change it myself if I had all the stuff, but I'm definitely not gonna mess with that right now. Actually, last time I did my oil change, I just about destroyed my engine and transmission. I was about to go on a big trip to Colorado. I had just finished doing a bunch of stuff on my car, and we drained the transmission fluid instead of the engine, like the oil. And so I'm getting on the road like in Oklahoma City, and it's just like shifting terrible. And I could tell something was messed up. Then I got engine lights, went to the dealer. They told me my transmission needed to be rebuilt, and there was gonna be like $5,000. So I drove back home, and then we ended up figuring out that I had doubled the amount of oil I needed in my engine because we didn't drain it. We added the whole another however many quarts to it.
And then you had no transmission.
And well, it's low. It's not. You can't drain it all.
Right.
Yeah.
Unless you flush it. Yeah.
And then so I went to Toyota, had them do a flush for $200, and then just redid the oil change, and everything's been perfect. So that was a close one. It was 2 a.m. We weren't thinking. I was just trying to get that done before a trip, and almost cost me.
What did you say for that?
Say 89. 89.97. Dan, I've been almost talking to Jimmy every day, man. Joking with him, trying to encourage him. He keeps me encouraged. He tells me I wasted my money on something or I did really good. He does it in a nice way. Yeah, surprised you can even drive with the transmission low on fluid.
Well, I guess you can't really. It's not like a huge percentage of it, I guess, that you you can just drain out that way. But I don't know. It was not driving good.
He said lots of good decisions happen at 2 a.m. Nah. Yeah, like thankfully they sold for a pretty decent price, but I was listing late the other night and it was a pair of like nice Air Maxes that I know for sure would have gone probably like 40, 50 bucks. And somehow I get a notification. I'd listed these like over a week ago. I get a notification. It was like first bid placed on the Nike Air Maxes. And I was like, I had a 7-day auction on. The first bid was like $21. I was like, what is this? What did I do? I just copied a listing, didn't pay attention, and I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, they went for like 28 bucks. I paid $5 for them, so I wasn't mad.
Accidental auction.
Accidental auction.
I don't know. I usually catch it when I see the dollar or whatever they want to charge you for the auction.
Yeah, I wasn't even paying attention. I was listing a little too late.
Has it been raining there today?
All day.
Yeah.
That's what put us down for a nice nap. We needed it. But falling asleep with the rain, oh yeah, it helped.
It's been raining here, but I'm not far from you, so.
Yeah, I talked to Yakov while I was picking up dinner, and it's about to hit New York, so. And I think we have another day or two of it. So.
I don't know if you ever saw that video I had. I found prosthetic legs.
Mm-mm.
Kind of funny. Let's see what I have. So I don't know what they use, like a charger, but I don't know. I don't think anything is electronic. It might just adjust it. I don't know exactly what it does, but I put them up for some crazy money. I'm not getting a whole lot of interest in them yet. Like,
yeah, but I've heard that they'll do pretty well.
Yeah, I put that one up for
like,
1800.
Even if you sit on it for a while, what'd you end up paying for it?
75 for one and 50 on the other. I put one up for 1800 and the other one up for 1200. But
Well,
they don't
I
have
was
the
gonna say, like,
charger.
if it gets like zero traction for you, like I've seen people that they'll even take it to some of like the antique shops and stuff, even though it's not an antique, it's just an odd
Yeah.
item, and they'll still get $500-600 like right off the top for it.
Yeah, I'll stick to eBay on it. But I think the charger, like those medical companies just charge crazy amounts for stuff like that. So there was a charger that sold for $400.
Wow.
So I thought it'd be like a $200-300 charger, but one sold used for 400. So I think if they had the chargers, I would get those prices for sure. But I mean, I might get those prices if I just wait it out.
Right. That's what I said. It was like it's all on like how much, how long you want to sit on it, and if it's not taking up bad space, like you're fine. For me, if it's big stuff though, if I can get it into a box on eBay, I'll try it for about 90 days, and then I just drop down the Facebook Marketplace because I know I can still make, I have a Shark rocket vacuum, the stand up that comes apart. I mean, my cost on it is like $3. It's an incredible condition. I'm gonna list it for 75 and got a box for it. If it doesn't move, I'll throw it on Facebook for $50, and I'm like, if I need room, because I'm limited on space.
That ends up being about the same thing, anyways.
Yep.
Profit wise.
Yep. So it's like I'll try it, but until I get my shed, I'm at the mercy of
You're buying one.
Yep. I'm like, man, I see all this great stuff. I don't have anywhere to put it because I got the new truck, and everybody's like, you can go get a lot more stuff, and I was like, yeah, not yet.
I thought about that like years ago before
Punisher woodworking. That.
I was thinking like those like plastic sheds. It probably wouldn't be a very good idea.
No, they leak.
Yeah.
Especially over time, they get bad. Leroy, you were asking. Yes, Mrs. Flip is listing some clothing, so some jackets specifically. She said, "Hey, Leroy, we'll see you tomorrow night." Yes, Chris, we are getting remnants. We're getting a few days of rain. All right, this one. Let me get these Funko Pops. Just because I have the boxes with me. I don't deal with Funko Pops, but unless you know, when they're in a thrift store and they're the New York Comic Con exclusive,
Hmm.
I was like, I gotta
I
get.
always, anytime I see them, I always figure they know more than me about that stuff. Pretty much. I mean, I've scanned them a few times, but
Well, that's all I did with these because I personally like collect pops.
mhm.
So there's certain ones I go after. So typically, I mean, yeah, you can get it easy $5-6 on most of them, but unless I can make $15, I just don't. I don't
Yeah.
mess with them. So I scanned these. They had them in there for $10, and they're both going for 30 plus shipping. Yeah, it's this one as well. It's a Hot Topic exclusive.
And if I had bought that on the trip, it'd get destroyed in my car.
Right.
And they're really picky about that, aren't they? With those.
They are. They want to see the dings on the box. How's the truck going? It's going good. I got to get the windshield wiper motor fixed. That was one of the caveats to getting it for free. I probably have to put a grand total of $200 into it. So right now I haven't been driving her. I was gonna take her out yard sailing, and then it started raining, and I was like, I don't want to ride around with any no windshield wipers. Still working on the name though, everybody.
Is it a diesel?
Don't say it out loud.
It was me. What did we say?
He said a good one. Oh, rhymes with red.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So I gotta stop calling it a lady truck. It's gonna be a guy truck.
I liked what he said.
We had another one come in. There was a lot of good suggestions. Dan the Answer Man had a really good one.
He's like 4 pounds.
But yeah, Dan, do you want to hear it? I couldn't come up with a long name. So, because one of the favorite ones, but I just knew myself I wouldn't say it over and over in videos, was somebody said Thrift Beast. And I was going to call it the Beast. But I was like, yeah. But then my buddy, he saw it and he's like, man, that's a big red truck. He goes, that's a Fred. And I was like, Big Red Fred.
Fred.
Fred's just a good name. It just describes it. It's like this rough, tough, yet still pretty clean truck. So might just call him Big Fred. Like toss it in the back of old Big Fred. But it's a powerful truck, dude. It'll. He said,
Is it a diesel?
Huh?
Is it a diesel?
No, V8, Super Duty. He's pulled a 24-foot trailer across to California and back.
My dad has. What year is that one?
2002.
Yeah. My dad's got like a 2000. Yeah, it's a Super Duty with whatever the 7.3 or whatever the big engine was.
Mm-hmm.
But he's had that for like 15 years, I think.
Yep, that's fine. Yeah, this one, I'm trying to remember. It's the 5-point. I gotta remember. I mean, I really knew not much about it. I bought it literally sight unseen. I mean, well, I didn't buy it. That's the
Yeah, you got it sight unseen.
I accepted it for free sight unseen, so I didn't want to ask too many questions. I think the only question I asked him, I didn't even ask the color. I said, hey, so does it have a cab? My son's still in a booster seat. I was like, can I get a booster seat in the back, And he goes, yeah, it's a king cab, so it's got the 2 swing out doors. So I was like, sweet. It's got a bench seat. So I was like, hey, that's all I needed to know. I was like,
Can't
it's running.
negotiate too much on that, can you?
Not at all.
Like, I'm gonna need some money to fix this.
No, he offered though. He was like, hey man, before you pick it up, you want me to get the windshield wipers going? I said, no, you're giving me a truck for free. I'll go buy the part for $50. Like, I think it's okay. I think I can do that. No, but got the tags on it Wednesday. So she's insured and legal to drive.
Nice.
So now we just take it on the road and go get a trailer. Hint, hint. Get a trailer so we can go pull a shed. Fred pulling the shed. That's the new thumbnail. Let's see here. Anybody need any Sperry's some lobster bathing suits? Red, white, and blue. We got a lot of watchers on stuff. I need to send those out. Do you send out best offers on watchers?
Sometimes. Not like some people do it like every day or like multiple times a day. I've done it just occasionally, not really. There was one item that I just kept doing it on sometimes, but it's not really something I do consistently.
Yeah.
I like to get what I post stuff as, like get the actual price. But, and I price high too on most of my stuff.
Right. So you give yourself cushion to play with.
Yeah.
No,
I
he
like to
doesn't
get
know.
that price too.
Punisher was like, call it Clifford. Your son will love it. My son really doesn't know Clifford too much. But my son will be happy because when I buy these cheap, I'm finally learning about Hot Wheels and what it means for Redline, Have you heard about Oh, she's coming through, folks. Black cherry vanilla tonight. But have you heard about Redline Hot Wheels?
Yeah. Like the old ones?
Yeah, where you find the
Yeah.
markers on them.
Mm-hmm.
That'll make my life so much easier now. But so I can buy bag lots all the time for like $3. So,
but aren't the red lines all like the really early ones?
yeah, they're I think the first 500 like for their marking system. The first 500 they did. I think it's in the first 5 years.
But so like it's probably not like too likely that like with a bunch of new cars you're gonna have an old one.
It's weird, man. I have one, but the body damage was like too messed up.
Mm-hmm.
It was an old dragster, so it had the flip up frame. So it's a Redline one. You can tell usually by the weight of it.
Mm-hmm.
The body of it will be pretty heavy metal. And the baseline to it. And it was in a bag full of new ones because if somebody gives a kid a couple cars because they came from somebody else and they just build it in one collection.
I think they might make have made some new ones too with that stuff.
Oh, they had. I had one in here. Let's see if I can grab it. Yeah, so they redid this Mustang 2013. It has a plastic bottom. And if I can get it really close to the camera.
Oh, yeah.
See?
Yeah.
They put it right there on the wheels, and I was like, this is a 2013. I was like, what are they doing?
Is it worth anything?
No.
Whenever I was younger, I always liked the ones more that were based on real cars and just like the crazy concepts and weird stuff.
Dan said name the Trek Fred Flipstone. Hey, maybe that'll be the sticker. Maybe that'll be the sticker on the back window, everybody. So if my logo that I am working on will be like F to the third power, we can put so F3. It will be on hats, people. It's coming. Maybe that'll be the sticker on the back of the truck, F5. But then they'll think I'm like Harry Tornado or something. I don't want to do that. That's all I wanted to do, like F to the third power. And then they'll think I'm like really angrily cussing them out too. The Matchbox King.
Ooh.
Fred Flipstone. Dan always coming through clutch. Glad you're doing good, buddy. Well, Emily, you'll know this because I know you met Brooke's sister. So Emily's in a like little private group we do, like a little Bible study group with us. And her sister Courtney, who's also in the group, drove down from Philadelphia. And so we do a live show before our church services. So Courtney got to join us with our live show. Pretty cool. So Emily, if you heard me there, it was pretty fun hanging out with a couple people. We did a little game show. It was fun. All these new item-specific requests coming in, man.
Yeah.
Gosh, it's getting annoying.
Sometimes I just put like a little dot and then save that. So make my own category, and then
Yeah.
It's not going to help it sell at all, I don't think, or most stuff.
Like, I'll do it on specifics if it's vital information, but some of the stuff it's asking for now, I'm like, no, I left it blank for a reason. It's
like whenever I would do like boots, like they wouldn't have certain styles. They would only have like, I don't know. I can't remember exactly what they would. I think they've maybe added some more types now, but they would only have like certain styles, and it's like it's definitely not one of those. But they want you to pick one anyways.
Yeah.
You know.
And I've also just seen it to where it kind of it makes you pick one. It'll show you that it has no search value next to it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like hoping they don't take your listing hostage until you put something in. They're like, well, we're not gonna really advertise it for you. You didn't do what we think you did.
Mm-hmm.
The other feature, like when you take a photo, like use the eBay app to like identify something.
Yeah.
I'm like, I wish they'd fix that on the app. You can't filter to the solds from that.
Really?
Like
I never had any luck with that anyways.
So, well, like on the pop, it's easy because I wanted to create a listing, right? So when I take the photo, it gives me all the listings.
Yeah.
And in the filter, they take away the sold. So I can't find solds or comps on it. I can only see what's listed. So it's like, guys, instead of you making me work on doing
Have you used that on shoes and stuff yet? Just figure out what they are really fast on Google, not eBay one. Just
on the like Google Lens.
Mm-hmm.
No, I've done it on glass.
It works good. I mean, like Nike, you can enter the tags and stuff really easy. But like, I had a pair of boots, like 511 boots, and just faster than trying to figure out. Just took a picture and boom, it had it first thing.
That's right, Dan M. The OGs know. Well, Dan, when you were the guest on here, the real OGs need to know the first name, the original login name. Let's take some photos. Yeah, so the Google Lens, I heard a trick from somebody, and I was like, that's one area. And I'm not super comfortable buying glass anyway.
Yeah.
But I was able to do it. I found a Carnival glass, like sugar and cream set.
Mm-hmm.
So I did a photo on just them individually, and it was like, boom, 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 boom. It gave me the individual sales for them and the set sales. Like, and it was It was pretty fast and accurate.
Hmm.
So they were saying, like, when you see something and you don't know the markings on the glass, if you can get a good side profile to show the shape and the print on it, it gets pretty accurate on that.
I've never sold like any glass, but it'd have to be worth some pretty good money for me to mess with.
Right. Yeah, because with you're dealing with a lot of big
break it.
stuff and shipping and
I'm not selling glass for $20.
no. No.
I used to do some coffee mugs back in the day, but
Yeah.
that's a little bit more sturdy.
Yeah, the coffee mugs, and they fit into a small box too.
Yeah. I haven't sold one in years, but probably, like 4 or 5 years ago, they were doing crazy on eBay.
The rare ones still do.
Yeah.
Emily Conway did a video not too long ago on Starbucks travel mugs. Dude,
Yeah.
there's some
The
early
pretty ones.
travel mugs that are doing hundreds of dollars, man.
Yeah, they had $500 or $1,000 ones back. I know they used to sell some for that much.
Yeah. And then, like, you can even find some of the newer base ones that just people just still want and still get them,
Mhm.
a 3 to 30 flip all day.
Hmm.
Just because people still go for them. But vintage mugs do pretty good. Like, I have a Les Mis from the play, like from England, 1987.
Yeah.
I haven't listed it yet. That one will do pretty good.
From what?
It's from 1987.
No, what was it from though?
Les Miserables.
I don't know what that is.
It's a play. It's been turned into a film, book or something. I don't know. I just recognize the name on it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's sweet. And then I have an old vintage Care Bears mug.
Do you charge shipping on your shoes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Unless I'm getting something that's like, unless it's an incentive for a lot of competition. So like I'll do like a pair of their LeBron Soldier 12s, I think. Got them brand new for like 30 or 40 bucks. I listed them for 100 and I'll do free shipping.
Yeah.
Just because a lot of them are right at 100 and I'll just try to beat out competition.
How much? So, like, if you sold something for like 50, I guess your shipping would be on top of that.
Mm-hmm.
But like, how much would you be willing to pay for something like that?
For
like a $50 pair of shoes?
I do it by weight. So if a shoe, you mean pay like
pay at the store? How much would you pay to get the item?
If I was gonna sell a $15 pair of shoes, I'm
No,
not paying
50.
50.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's what I meant. I wouldn't pay more than 15 for them.
15.
So like I got these. I paid 35 on these. So I paid up on them based on their condition, and I don't have to touch anything. Like they barely have a crease line there. I'll list these for like 70 or 80, but I'll still charge $10 shipping on them.
So you'll double up on it.
Yeah. But then, I mean, what's another good pair I have close? So yeah, these are all right. I have so many shoes. So like Asics are one of my favorites. So these gels aren't the exact same. So Asics, and the easy way to tell if you don't know the which gels are the best.
Yeah.
So if you see more actually exposed gel down the shoe.
Yeah.
So these are the Nimbuses. These will list for about $40, and I pay no more than $5 on them.
And then it hurts when they're an older model too.
No.
You don't think it does?
It doesn't.
Shorten my name.
Because the person that's buying this shoe, a used running shoe,
Mm.
has worn out the 5 pair that they think these are the most comfortable thing in the world,
Yeah.
and they don't want to go find the person's rare new one for another $180. Because these, even the newest models of them, they run about 170, 180. So if I list these for $40 and I say you probably can run another, 500 miles for $40, they're like, I mean, I've had people buy multiple quantities if I have the same size.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've sold some only when they're like perfect condition.
Yeah, I've gotten
don't like-
I've gotten
'Cause I
pickier.
do free shipping even on shoes, So it's just got to be enough. I don't really want to sell stuff under about 50 for shoes. But,
Yeah, I've gotten pickier just because of time of
Mhm.
like cleaning. So like I'll list these tonight. They're Nike Reacts. All the coils good on them. The tread's like practically new. I paid $6 for this pair,
yeah,
and they'll do it easy 40 or $50.
really. I thought
Yeah.
those were I thought those were a lower shoe.
No, most of the Reacts do pretty good,
Really?
just because they're back in the running competition
Huh.
of shoes. So like even the guys' shoes sell better for me than girls' shoes.
Yeah.
But even the girls' Reacts, they usually get 40 or 50.
I thought those weren't that expensive of a model new. Like $70 or something. I don't know. Maybe not.
Here, I'll look these ones up. Don't know. Cajun just sold Toothless BAB. That's a good Build-A-Bear.
I bought one Build-A-Bear.
Did you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even mess with stuff like that at all. I just saw it at a store like $2, and it was a Star Wars, it was like a Boba Fett.
There you go.
So it was worth like $80, and I was like, dang. So I had it listed. I don't remember. Maybe I sold the gun by itself though to someone. They wanted to, I think I ended up charging them like $40 for the gun. This person would message me every day like, I want this. So I finally split it up, but I haven't sold the bear itself yet.
Cajun says he has 5 of them. 1977 Spider-Man mug worth $50. Which one did we pick up? The My Little Pony?
What?
My Little Pony Build-A-Bear. All right, Mrs. Flips is tapping out. She's been working hard.
Might finally get to sleep early tonight. It's usually like 2 or 3 every single night.
All right, dear. Love you. Good night, dear. Thank you. Yeah, I'll grab it. Emily said goodnight. Couple people in the chat. Yep, Punisher Woodworking said goodnight.
Finally stopped raining here. I might have to take this board back out.
Where are you staying at Virginia Beach? Are you close to the border?
Not on the beach. I'm at a DoubleTree. It's like a mile off the beach. But I don't know. They like a lot of the places were charging like crazy resort fees and stuff, and I was like, I would rather get a nicer hotel just to a little bit off the beach.
Yeah.
There's going to be like one hotel. I mean, you can't even right now. I guess probably off season, it was still like $300 for 2 nights. I
Yeah.
like to keep it around 100 a night. I can.
Yeah, I stay at the like Country Inn and Suites.
I'm at the DoubleTree.
So if I yeah, because I was like they usually keep me kind of that same price too.
I got this for I think 210, but I save a lot of money on Hotwire. Like this would have been probably 270 if I didn't do Hotwire. Even through any of the other booking sites. So
Sub to Emily Conway. Emily, did you hit your hours last night? That's why she was doing the she was doing a live last night. Trying to get those hours. All right. Let's get back on this thing. So close. Yeah, that's what Jakob was telling me. They're starting to get the rain up there. 60 hours.
I thought I would get like colder weather on this trip. I don't know.
No,
Yeah.
it was in the 40s at some mornings, but because of the rain that's coming up, it's coming up from the storm
Yeah.
coming out of the Gulf. So we're getting like a warm front with it. When the rain clears out, we'll go back to like not cold, but high of like 70 during the day.
Mhm.
But no,
Yeah.
it's been nice with. I mean, the rain. It's been warm. I've been able to go out, like take the trash out and stuff, and I've been like, it's like t-shirt weather. It's just raining.
Yeah. I haven't got to use my jacket yet on this trip. I didn't know how the weather would be everywhere, because I haven't been out of this part of the country and I could only look at like a 10-day forecast. But I was hoping I'd get some colder weather at some point, but hasn't happened yet. And obviously by the coast, I'm not going to get that. But
That's it. She gets to make her 15 cents as soon as she gets those hours. Here you go, Emily. Here's what I'm going to do while I'm live. Go ahead and click on your videos on YouTube. I can see everybody in the chat. All right, Emily, we're playing. We're playing on the other channel, right? I mean, on YouTube right now. We're just going to let it play. Just let it play. Cajun, I was going to pick on you about what happened to LSU, but Tennessee didn't look much better. So,
did you see the Arkansas game?
no, I was looking at the scores.
Go watch that play. It's on everything. They had a terrible call at the end of that. You
Oh,
got
really?
the ref screwed us over. We would have beat Auburn at Auburn.
There were a few. I mean, I was happy Florida lost,
Who
but yeah,
are you for?
there were a few. Huh?
Who are you going for?
I'm a Volunteer fan.
I think we're playing Tennessee this year. I think later in the season.
The eBay app is being screwy, man. It just changed my price on me.
We lost. Have you seen how bad we've done the last couple of years? Arkansas. We lost four. We didn't win any conference games for 2 years, but even I think the year before that we hadn't won for almost. It was 20 games in conference that we lost in a row.
Wow.
And then like the coach that we had, we got rid of him after 2 years. And then he's the offensive coordinator for Auburn now. So it was even a bigger game because of that. We wanted to beat him. And lost by I think 2 points.
Well, thanks, Bob. I saw you jump in, Russell. Thanks for hanging out. All right, if anybody else wants to jump in, I'll always keep that there. Yeah, Emily, I got that live on replay right now. All right, man. Have a good night. Take it easy. Thanks for hanging out. I didn't mind picking these up because I save all my boxes from when I buy them online.
Oh, you bought it online?
No, some of my pops for my collection.
Oh, yeah.
So for shipping, definitely helps.
I finally pretty much got everything done I tried to get listed in a day. If I bring in 8 items, I get maybe 6 listed, or it's always, I'm like, I'll get that one done later.
See, no, that's my problem, man. I only source on the weekends.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, just this weekend, I probably have 20 pair of shoes.
That you bought this weekend?
Yeah.
Dang. So, do you ever leave stores without stuff?
Oh yeah. I went today. I didn't get anything. We actually dropped off some donations.
Yeah.
We wanted to do a yard sale, but our weekends have been so jam packed. So like, I went and dropped off a bunch of like my son's old toys and some other stuff from around the house, and drove up near like the airport because those are some good ones I'll hit up. And just walked through, and I was like, man, there's nothing good. And then when I went out Friday, my first 2 stops, I only picked up maybe 6 things. And then I saw that's the video I'll drop. So I saw a moving sale. So I turned around, like I did a U-turn going up the highway, and I was like, no, I'm going to go back and check this sale out. And ended up, I think I got some of my best stuff. Like, I just listed this thing last night, and you'll see it in the video. But yeah,
You find the glass?
Sears and Roebuck, yeah, glass. It's a Pyrex glass. 1966 Sears and Roebuck's lantern, fuel lantern.
Yeah, it's not on eBay or local.
I think I paid $5 on it. Got it listed for $125.
Dang. If that one would sell locally, that'd be the way to do it.
I know.
But you wouldn't get that much.
No, locally I might get $50. I mean, still, like I said, if it doesn't move after a while, and it's taking up space on the shelf.
There's a question a minute ago about my speeding ticket.
Oh, hold on. Yeah. Here you go.
So when I was going to make that deal with the guy on the camera, like right before I got there, I got pulled over. And it was in North Carolina, and they have I was going 18 over, and they do it's a misdemeanor offense or something. You have like a mandatory court appearance, something like that. But I went on one of the apps and got like an attorney or a lawyer for it just for fun to fight it. And so right now I have to take a 4-hour defensive driving class online, and then I think it'll probably clear it off. I don't know, but I've already paid $150, and then it'll be another $75 for the class, and then
Wow.
Not too. I haven't got a speeding ticket in 2 years now, so that's pretty good for me.
I bought a SUV last year, and I had a little Hyundai Veloster for a few years.
Mm-hmm.
things low to the ground. I controlled it well. I could gauge the speed pretty well. And then when you get off the ground into an SUV, yeah, I got 3 tickets in like 9 months.
Thing. I did a lift on my 400 and put bigger tires on it, so it actually is 3 miles an hour faster than what it shows on the speedometer.
Mm.
But I don't know. I'm always speeding anyways.
I
And then
tried not to.
yeah,
So
I've
tonight
been
is a
pulled over
big.
quite a few times, so I usually get out of them though.
Dory's always dropping the good info. Dory, I wanted to thank you
Online sale.
because Dory dropped a hint to me about the Baby Yodas at Walgreens. And I went to my local Walgreens and I bought all 3 Baby Yodas, and I've already sold 2 of them.
Were they on sale or what?
No, they were just I
Exclusive?
looked at like I think there were only 8 listed, but they had already had like 15 or 16 sold. So I was like,
Huh.
yeah, I just jump in the mix, I'll get them. So I listed them for like $34 free shipping.
Yeah.
I paid 12, so quick $20. And they're like, I mean, they're the squishy plush, so they fit in a poly bag. They ship really easy, like $4 to ship. So I was like, yeah, quick $20, and they're new. So catch it before everybody goes and finds them and start selling them for $15.
Yeah.
So the way I look at those kind of sales, I'm like, easy to take photos, easy to list, easy to ship, and pretty much just paid for my lunch. I'm like, I'll take it. All right.
Got one thing listed this whole time.
I'm catching up now. I'm making myself do photos.
Got I only have like one more thing I can even list around here. Have more stuff in the car, of course. But I got an Amazon shipment out. I didn't have much stuff to send in, but at least got that done.
Yes, I actually bought a 4th one, Emily, and I gave it to my wife. I couldn't bring all those in the house, and then she's like, "Oh, sweet, you're gonna sell all those, and you don't even give me one." So I think, Dory, if you find, I didn't buy it because it was only one, because it's going a little bit lower. I think it was like $28. The Winnie the Pooh. It's probably the best looking one. The gold and red is just really cool on it. Got to show the box ding on this other Funko.
Does it hurt it quite a bit?
No, because these aren't like the heavy collector. Like they typically only comp at like 25 to 35 on a good day.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm only making 15, $20 on these.
It's hard to sell that. People so picky. Do you get returns on them ever?
No, because I try to always say like see photos in the description.
Mm-hmm.
And then if they do it, I'm like, hey, so sorry about that. Like if they're like, oh, I saw a ding on the box, I'll give them like $3 back. But I'm like, hey, I'll screenshot this. Thought you saw it, so sorry you didn't see the description. And then by that time, like the $3 just really helps with good feedback.
Yeah.
Because for them, they're like, oh no, I was just buying it to put on my shelf anyway. Resell. Believe it or not, it's the resellers that'll complain because they're like, oh man, I'm gonna buy it, I'm gonna sit on it for 5 years, and I'm gonna sell it for 200. And then they're like, oh my gosh, this box, like, and I'm like, are you putting it on the display shelf, or are you, what are you trying to do? And they're just trying to flip it. They're trying to. A lot of times, I've seen there's a lot of drop shippers doing Funko Pops.
They sell them on Amazon or something.
Well, or back on eBay. Hey,
Oh,
don't
yeah.
put a packing slip in and send it to this address, please.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
You always,
no.
I mean, I don't do packing slips, but I use eBay tape normally.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't really pay attention to those messages.
No, me either. But I get it on. Most of my collectible stuff is what I get it on.
Mm-hmm.
And I get a lot of those messages on electronics too.
You sell VCRs?
Yep.
So I'm sure you get that on. But I sell mine on Amazon, so I'm already selling to those customers that they're selling to.
It happens.
But yeah, you don't get returns on those
On what?
drop shippers.
Yeah.
And if they, well, I guess they would return. If they return it to you, the seller, I don't know, they can kind of get screwed over in that deal. If the person just returns it back to your address instead of doing it through Amazon or whatever,
Yeah.
you don't have to refund the seller, really, I guess, or the buyer. I don't know.
Boom, boom, boom. He says I get a lot of VCR, no packing slips. Yeah, man. Be careful on those. Dum 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 dum.
Keep getting my watch minutes up. Keep setting new records for daily.
Your watch time?
Yeah, got 1,600 minutes yesterday.
Nice.
I don't know. What do you get on average?
Let me check.
I make like really long videos too.
So, shout out to Emily Conway. She's helping me get focused on my lives. You don't get good rewatches on 2.5 hour lives.
Yeah.
So like I tried it for the first time, and Harry Tornado's a better name that people search for. So we kept that one at 1 hour 1 minute, so 61 minutes. So I just checked the views on it. So it's 6 days old, 5 days old.
Mm-hmm.
So we had 50 people in that live. It's been viewed 750 times now.
Dang.
So
is that your biggest video?
Oh yeah. But doing that strategic time with somebody that's going to get searched and it shows up in traffic feed for people, you're much more likely to list and watch an hour-long, chat than a long, drawn-out, live. So it's done pretty well. But believe it, I mean, to be honest, I haven't looked at my watch time. I've been trying to keep pace with where I am in subs. Now, if something crazy happens, you can't control it. But I'm right at about 2,000 hours, and I'm at 540 subs, 30, something like that. So I'm right above 500, and I'm halfway there on my watch time. So,
where does it say your watch time? Does it keep track of that somewhere or no?
Yeah, if you go to YouTube Studio, and then scroll down on analytics.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'll see watch time in the center for the last 30 days. You can change that to your lifetime, the year.
Oh, okay.
90 days. So since I started in April, I just go last 365.
Okay.
Convention.
I actually started my channel like quite a while ago.
Uh-huh.
I never did. Like no one even knows I have it. Like no one that I personally know. I haven't told like anyone. So it's like all completely off YouTube.
Same.
But then as soon as I started doing some of the live videos for fun, that's helped out like a ton.
Yeah.
I tried to do like I tried to do an ad one time that didn't work. I mean, it got views, but it wasn't people in the right like reselling community and stuff. So they were all like short views. Didn't really work out.
Right. And I've never done any ads.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll tell people in this chat if people rewatch it. I haven't been putting a control on how long this one is. This was just really for me to get some listing and be able to hang out with people. So like I think I was telling Jimmy, on my standard job on what I do, so I try not to mix reselling with, I'm an online pastor. And I was telling him, and I said, because we were talking about numbers and not getting too focused on them and stuff. I was like, I could have my sub numbers tomorrow, like hands
Mhm.
down. I was like, on a typical Sunday, I'm in front of about, between online and in our services, about 3,000 people. So I could quickly say, I do this and I'm on eBay, go check me out. You know, come and support, you know, some of the staff that I work with, they know, because they know this is the goal for my wife to be able to do this full time. And
Yeah.
the goal isn't to be YouTube famous or nothing like that. It's literally a goal to have that revenue come in to where she doesn't work a 9 to 5 paycheck, you know?
Hmm.
So, what I do the same thing you're talking about. So my Instagram is a whole new Instagram that's just set around Flips Finds Fun. I'm not on Facebook at all with this. My wife has shared a video or two. I just asked her not to tag me personally in it. Like our family trip one, she's like shared, but like I don't even share those. People that are personally know me, that I've talked to, they've done it, but same thing. So like even today, I'm helping these two sisters, Brooke and Courtney, get into reselling, and we're about to start our live show. And I was like, hey, by the way, we don't mention reselling, we don't mention the channel. We can talk about, you know, you guys and goals and aspirations, but I'd never want to use a platform like that to just push personal gain. You know, that's always my kind of honor system with it.
Hmm.
And because I like the fact of saying, no, this grew because of the community and because, you know, it's the organic growth. Yes, you can do some intentional things to get traction, but I love the fact of just being part of the community and seeing it grow.
I just do mine for fun mostly. I don't have any plans of really making any money off it.
Oh
But
yeah. I'm going to see how much people just want to keep watching my son act crazy. He thinks he's got his own channel. He tells people it's his channel. He's like, yeah, it's my YouTube channel. I was like, oh, okay.
But if you would have started like 5 years ago on YouTube or whatever, it'd be, I mean, it's getting harder every day, I guess, to start on here, I think.
I
Somewhat.
see the yes and the no, because I
Yeah.
was like, I think it's more so on how much time you can put into it,
Mhm.
and if you want to make it that goal. I mean, the live we did with Josh last week, he put that in clear perspective. He says, I'll never stop reselling. That's been what has got me here in this growth here. He said, but I also had the time to go study, you know. He said I had the freedom to go test out a video idea to see if people liked it. And then when they didn't, I was okay with saying, I'm not going to do videos like that anymore. I want to go work on videos that people are enjoying. He goes, I didn't crack the code to the algorithm. I didn't do any of that crazy stuff. I kept trying stuff and stuff gained traction.
Yep.
But like he said, he was like, I can go list 200 items to try to make ends meet that week, or YouTube's paying me more than selling 200 items for doing 3 videos, you know? He goes, which one would you put more time into? He said, that's the hard caveat.
Yeah. And then when you make more, you know, not actually doing the reselling, then people, I don't know, it's just kind of like you almost lose a little bit of trust. It's almost like just because you're not having to rely on that as much.
Well, that's why he said he'll never not
Yeah.
resell. But I like his model. He says, you know, take a Cincinnati Picker, for instance. Cincinnati Picker does reselling, doesn't need to resell at all. He's making plenty of money probably just on YouTube, much less some of the other side, you know, businesses he's doing. But where he didn't want to put more time into was YouTube, so he hired a editor for videos. I'll go out, film my content, you make sure stuff looks good when it goes out, you know?
Yeah.
Flip side, if you like doing the videos and everything else, still go film yourself. Go source. I'd love to do this concept. I'd love to go film sourcing and finding stuff. I would love it just to show people. That's why I like your concept so much, man. You're showing people that you're coming to their town, their state, their city, and you're like, get your butt in gear. I found stuff that I just made money in your town. Like that's cool. So for me, I would rather hire somebody to list my stuff. Somebody I could trust that I go, hey, I'm going to drop these 20 items off and I'm going to pay you. Like in your industry, they're not going to get paid for quantity of listing. But if you told somebody, hey, I'm going to give you some high dollar things and I'm going to cut you 15% or 10%.
Yeah.
Just to do the photos and the listing, so you could go source more. Especially your source videos are paying the bills, you know? Like that's where he was like, I love filming the videos, and now he has an assistant that, since he does a lot of smaller price things, he just pays per listing. I think it's like $1.25 per listing. So if they list 100, they make a quick $100, you know?
Yeah. How many listings can you get out in an hour?
If you did it at an hourly rate?
Yeah, what? No, like how many? I'm just saying, can you get done in an hour?
Oh, me personally?
Yeah.
If I was in a lane of just like one schematic or something, let's say shoes, I could probably get 10 pair.
Yeah.
And that's like really pumping, just because I've got a good system down for the shoe, the photo, finding the listing. But like odds and ends and switching back and forth, man, probably 4 or 5,
Yeah.
6 maybe.
I'm almost always watching something, but I know it slows me down, but it just keeps you from getting too bored. I don't know.
Well, yeah. So I'll watch stuff. So we've been on an hour and 45 minutes, and I've only done 4 things, so I've been talking a lot. But if I have background stuff, I'll usually do pretty good.
Yeah.
But the incentive I like for paying somebody to do listings, let's say you did say $1.25 a listing. So me personally, in my spare time per week, we're hitting about 75 to 90 listings. I mean, and we're like pumping. Like we're really, my wife and I are listing at the same time a couple nights a week. So when I can go like, cool, if I can pay somebody even just to do 50 extra listings and give them $75, you know, and they do it in their spare time, that's just gonna increase sales and save me time. And for me, I do the math of going, sweet, if I sell that lantern, I paid an employee, you know? So it's just fun doing that, you know, figuring out the concepts that work for people. But I see people that do the opposite. I'm going to go film a little bit, but I want to concentrate on my store. Here, make sure my videos do really well and they're scheduled well. Oh, lost connection. Ooh, Louis, I had another algorithm trick that I've been trying and it has been working. It goes in partnership to that thought process. But let's say you're really busy and you can't do every day, or like you said, 5 or 6 days in a row. I've seen something and it has worked for eBay. And let's say you're laying in bed, something like that. So I'm gonna list a lot tonight, and I've been trying it for the last week or so. Tomorrow, I'll send my offers out on stuff, because guess what? To the app and to eBay, I'm doing an action. Another cool trick is go back on some things that have been moving slow, pick 5 of those items, and edit your listing. Edit the title, add some more specifics, and then relist it, and it's going to trick the algorithm as well. But while I was agreeing with you, Louis, you definitely got to show eBay that you're doing something on the app. Finally back up to 450 items, man. Just made it again. Can you hear me, man?
Yeah.
Okay.
Was that all me?
No. You're good. You
No,
paused earlier.
did your video pause too or no? I think it was.
No, it was just you. I was like, he's either reading something very intently or he froze. Gotcha, Louis. Yep. Seems to be running out of stock. Yeah, that's really, and it wasn't just you, Louis. It was just like anybody that's trying to figure stuff out. I was like, I know some nights that people want to rest or kind of recuperate. I'm like, instead of like scrolling through social media, I'm like, open up your app and mess with 2 of your listings and just show eBay that you're messing with stuff on eBay. I even go on some, like, there's so many fun things that I've seen. It seemed that has worked for me. When I send out offers, if you have multiple watchers on an item. So I'll send out, I don't know how this works, but I'll send out offers. Let's say a $60 pair of shoes. And I know shipping on them is $10. So that's a cool trick that I'll also do. Because you were talking about that earlier, Kaiser.
Yeah.
I'll send out the offer for $50. So to them, it's getting the shoes free shipping. If they pay the shipping. And then what's so funny is 10 minutes later, I get my full asking price. From, I don't know if it's somebody else that looked at it but didn't watch it, but they're going, I've had it done to me because I'll bid on auctions and stuff, or I've looked at something, never watched it, but it'll go, hey, the shoes you're looking at looks like they're going to sell soon. So just doing little stuff like that helps advertise your store so well.
You were telling me I should do the promoted listings, weren't you?
Yeah. Low amounts if you can.
Yeah. So I think my sale is finally over. No, it's not. It's still on. When it ends. I don't know how long. Let's see. Not sure. I shouldn't have too much longer on my sale before. And then I'm going to try the promoteds.
Yeah. So for instance, I don't think I've done promoted on anything tonight. Oh, but I'll show you this. Because I think this did sell from a promoted listing.
I just sold something.
See, we were just talking about eBay and you sold.
I talked about selling something on eBay and it sold.
But so I did a promoted listing on this. I listed it for 40. And I think I did 1.5%. So I think I was 60 cents promoted on this. So it sold for 33. I took an offer of 33. So I paid 3 plus another 60 cents. Plus, we're just going to round up and say $4. So my total cost out is $13. So I'll make $20 on this. And all it did, the reason I did promoted listing is because there were about 8 on there, and there was only 1 other promoted. The change I did in mine is nobody put, here, I'll turn it on real quick. Nobody put working in the display, like in the description. So I wanted mine to go out there and say, da-da-da-da-da-da-da, working, and it was sponsored, so it got thrown in the top of the mix. And so mine literally was listed for 10 hours and it sold.
Nice. I'm trying to look on mine.
But with your high dollar stuff, dude, since you do it by percentage, that's why you got to be careful, because you're 1% on a $2,000 item.
Yeah, I wouldn't promote that.
Right.
Most of my really high end stuff sells pretty fast. I mean, that's going to someone who's just saving a little bit of money. Like, I don't even did I even show what that item was?
Uh-huh.
I did show it, or
No, it
did I
didn't.
just show the box? It was. Let's see. It's going to Canada actually. It is for. I think it's for finding pipes and stuff in the ground. Some
Have
sort
a
of
good night, Louie.
locator thing.
Here, I'll make you full screen. There you go.
I'm taking pictures on hotel beds, so they're not the best photos, but it's all about what you've got.
No,
This little
you're like this is the bed I murdered someone on, and I want to show you the item I used.
So yeah.
All right, we just confirmed our guest for Tuesday night. Oh, that's very true. Very true, Greg. Now, Greg, something funny. I've put wrong keywords in my listing, and it's gotten more attention. Yakov just learned that for his mask. I looked him up. He found the Scream mask, pretty rare. Be on the lookout for those for real, Kaiser.
What, screen mask?
The original ones, if you can find them.
They
Dude,
just like plastic?
yeah. I mean, and there's some that even have like color variants. Like they were made with like a green tint, a pink tint, a blue tint, like very faint. But dude, they're going anywhere $500 to $900.
Dang. It
Well,
might be worth grabbing if you see it.
oh yeah. He he found one, and he also tagged, for some reason he had seen a bunch of listings that said Scream mask, vintage, early 2000s, and then the last word in the description were t-shirt. And I guess because people were comping out a bunch of Scream t-shirts for vintage tees and stuff, the late 90s ones,
Yeah.
that it was showing up in the mask. The original mask was showing up in even t-shirt searches, and if you're looking for the vintage tee, you are already willing to spend a couple $100. So it was showing up in their feed, and it's like, why not go for the tee? Just get the original mask, just for
Yeah.
the collectors. So adding that different subject matter, I was like, that was a pretty cool little trick on some of the listings I saw.
Some people do like searches, like spell stuff wrong on purpose, just stuff that they think. And some there's some stuff that's like crazy popular, and you type in like one letter wrong, and there's like 20 results. It's kind of crazy that many people would like misspell.
There's a reason that another reason that Harry Tornado's video is getting so many views. You know how many people search Harry wrong? So he does Harry like Harry for Harry. Everybody searches HARRY. So I put that in the tags for the video, and it was like the number 4 search tag.
Really?
Harry Tornado YouTube. And so even when you type it in your search browser, it's searching the wrong spelling. So. Cole Haan.
You have much luck with Cole Haan?
Here and there. These are, my wife found these.
Oh, women's.
Yeah, Cole Haan. They're in really good shape. Grandiose. So no cleaning needed, no nothing. She looked them up, so they were going for about 30. Not too bad.
There's this one pair that I found. I think five pair on this trip. They're like a fake crocodile. It's like a driving mock. They're like every store. They're not worth a whole lot, but I try to find like real exotic leather stuff. It's always fun to me. But obviously theirs is embossed. It's not real.
But then when my wife finds stuff, I love it. I'm gonna start getting her to screenshot the comp that she saw, because then when I go back to find it, I'm like, that would take me so much time.
Yeah.
because
I
she's
tried
like,
to do clothing for a while, and I would try to always find the exact comp. It's like just list it and go with that stuff. But I usually do like on almost everything. I use like a cell similar for most stuff. Do you do
oh,
that?
yeah, yeah, and that's why I'm looking it up because I'm like, where did she find? Because she's very like, if I don't see the exact comp, she doesn't want to pick it up because she's still learning.
Mm-hmm.
So I know she found the exact one. She goes, yeah, I found two. They're going for this and that. And I was like, oh, sweet. You know,
Mm-hmm.
um, the so when she saw these, but I needed to tell her because she threw them in our IKEA bag. You know, like, oh, sweet, they're only $5.50. I'll pick them up. And but then I'm like, if she's not listing them, what did she search? Like, I have no idea. So
Yeah,
now I have to dig through all the sold comps of Kohan Grandiose women's shoes.
there'd be a bunch.
Yeah,
Like I don't know. I don't really
but
know what styles women's shoes are called. Like, or I don't know a whole lot of keywords. Aren't those like a platform though? Type shoe, I guess.
yeah, it's a wedge.
Wedge.
There was a question I did have for you with electronics because I found something pretty good a couple weekends ago. I got to clean it, and I've heard from other people. You know, I just trust your opinion. You do pretty good with stuff. It's some kind of like refrigerant tester, and it's
Yeah, yeah.
battery operated one, but it looks
Mhm.
like it's got some corrosion. What do you use to clean on any of that or deal with any of that? It doesn't need repair. I've tested it, but I just want to
Works.
clean it up.
I just usually use like alcohol and stuff to clean up. I've taken like there's sometimes when I've actually been able to take like the terminals out.
Hmm.
You can do like there's different mixtures you can find like apple cider vinegar and like baking soda, different stuff, and it like strips all the copper off the like the coating. But
That's what I heard. Is they said apple cider, but then they would go back and use a different type of alcohol,
yeah,
isopropyl alcohol.
yeah, that's I mean that's just what normal rubbing
Yeah.
alcohol
So they said that just helps after you did the cider to get rid of the smell.
is. I mean I use that all the time. Do you use rubbing alcohol or no?
Yeah, I use oh, she stole it. I use a fingernail polish remover.
Oh yeah, acetone.
Use the acetone for like anytime there's one thrift store and they write on the soles of all the shoes.
It's hardest
Drives
to
me
get
nuts.
off leather is what it's hard to get off.
Mhm.
But I carry both Gugon and alcohol, and you got to be careful with alcohol because it can strip really bad. I'm sure. I bet the nail polish remover is even worse than alcohol for
Yeah,
when you do the finishes.
yeah, I'm very careful on that stuff. Like I freaked out one day. So you know, like your patent leather finish, or
Hmm.
you know, pretty much plastic.
Yeah.
I had a pair of Jordan Air ones, and so the swoosh down the side was made out of that. And I was like using a Q-tip trying to clean like inside the bottom. And when I went to like dip the Q-tip in it, it poured and it landed right on that. And I was like, oh gosh. I started wiping it real quick and it did nothing. So the coating on that protected really well.
Yeah.
You know, not letting it sit. But I was like, yeah, I don't use it on much more than getting marker, Sharpie, stuff like that.
Like you'd think it hurt leather, but like I've watched stuff of like cobblers and stuff repairing like really nice shoes, and they were gonna do like polish and everything the leather, and they were actually putting alcohol in it and stripping down the old stuff, which was kind of surprising.
Yeah,
Actually, on the leather, just had a nice sale come in and some vintage sunglasses.
nice.
$8. Those are actually like a almost like a Frankenstein type pair of glasses. Like on a lot of the old like gold fill glasses, sometimes there'll be like a different brand of temples in the actual frame and kind of
Hmm.
mismatched together. And those were not the arms that were supposed to be on those, but it's still sold.
I've got 2 Ray-Ban cases I got to list.
Hmm.
Pick them up for $1.
Yeah. I don't mess with cases a whole lot.
I do them on condition, or if they're if the logo's big on it, because people will still put their fake glasses in there.
Yeah.
So if they bought fake glasses for $10, they'll spend 30 on the case. But there's some like good rare eyeglasses. I was super surprised. I saw these cases and they were really nice cases. One had a pair of glasses in there. The cases alone ended up going for 40 a piece, and I got them for like $2.
What was it?
I can't remember the name. It's the name of it's spelled out with like it looks like frames and lenses. It's a weird name. Because I picked them up and I was like, dang. I was like super surprised.
I don't know. Not Oliver Peoples with the circle, square, triangle.
Yeah, Oliver Peoples, yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's a really good brand. Most of their stuff does really well.
Yeah, these were just empty cases, man, and I had 2 of them.
Yeah, so that's their thing is I don't know which order it's in, but it's 2 circles, 2 squares, and 2 triangles.
Yep.
But yeah, I've had some crazy stuff from them over the years.
The frames I got in there, they weren't the most desirable. I think they're still listed for like 45.
I've got a pretty good idea of now of like what styles people are into and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So either like vintage or like the newer stuff, there's just certain styles that people don't want. So I mean, there's going to be Oliver Peoples that aren't going to sell that good at $20 or $30. And then there's some stuff that's worth $200-300 for some of the vintage stuff.
Yep.
So I'm still wanting to find a pair of original tortoise, like real tortoise shell. But I don't think you can. I don't know. It's really weird. I've read up on it, but you can't sell it.
You should do a playlist series since you travel so much, and make you like your top 5 bucket list items to find. Not even that they have to be valuable.
Yeah.
But just like so that way, if people watch you, and your channel grows, like, guys, we're hitting number 4 today. You'll never believe I finally got number 4. It's just people like that kind of journey.
Yeah.
It's kind of why I wanted to do the truck naming. It's not a huge thing, but I want people that if watching for a while, the story on the truck. I'll retell it, here and there, but not every video. But I'll just show the truck, and now when I show the truck, it's not just a car I'm driving. It's part of like an example of kindness and generosity, and I use it just for sourcing and stuff like that. I might do a whole video if people like in the chat comment a bunch on the truck. I'm gonna do a video if I do mods to the truck. I want people to be part of the journey.
Yeah.
$7B. I found the comp for these, $30. So not.
And what are those shoes?
Yep. And it was a really good listing.
Whenever I see something that's like sold like a bunch and the price varies, you just go highest first, and then use their title. They usually have the best keywords.
Yeah, they did really good in it. They were like excellent use condition, and these are still good, man. You can still see the label inside the shoe.
Yeah.
Like these are easy, and so like that's the game I play. Guess what? They were super hard for me to find. They sold for $29, so I'll put them up there for $36 plus shipping, because I know in my brain I'm gonna send out an offer for $29. If I get a watcher on there that doesn't move in like a week, I'll send out an offer of $29, and I'll be happy with it.
Let's see. So I have 369 send offers to buyers. I guess I could do.
He's like, I could spare a few.
I don't know.
But
I don't really need stuff to sell too much faster.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. I only do it on my long tail, like for me, mentally long tail.
Yeah.
I'm ready for this to go. Like,
I mean, like Yeah, I have stuff like that too. But like me selling something does not help me buy another item. Like I don't need the money to buy more stuff, and like stuff selling doesn't. I mean, I'm gonna buy the same amount of stuff regardless. So
Right. Me, I'm trying to work out a more so like a consistent system.
yeah.
Like I want to hit an average number per week.
Hmm.
And that's more so because we keep evaluating like, all right, are we surpassing her pay? Are
Yeah.
we putting money away? Can we pay the bills with this and put money in savings?
Hmm.
What's your store name breakdown? They're asking. Is that your initial?
It's the K as Kaiser, and then the Tall as part of my last name, and then Enterprises. I don't know, but actually that might be a company's name. So there's a Facebook page I noticed that's called that. They haven't come after me though, so.
Here's my rubber band ball that started with one rubber band for all the shoes I've sold.
They always have a rubber band on them.
Huh?
They always have a rubber band on them when you start.
Not all of them, but when I do get them, I just add to the ball.
I tried
I
to
was
make.
seeing if I had any more rubber bands behind me.
I tried to make one time an eBay tape ball. With all the free tape I got, I used like the entire like 20 rolls or whatever, made like a massive tape ball.
I just had to get some more tape. I realized I was like, oh, I'm on my last 2 rolls. I was like,
yeah. Do you have the $50 credit?
No, I'm still at a 25.
25.
I've been abusing my 350 listings.
Yeah.
Or they bumped it up now. I can't remember what it is now.
So what's your? I think mine's 60 a month is what I'm paying. I think.
Because like right now, for the rest of the month, I can list 301 items.
If you
I'm on
did
basics
find all
for
that
you.
stuff, would you wait or no?
Huh?
If you got 300 things listed, would you wait for the next month to list or just pay the fees?
No, so I'm on the basic store. No, because we already had planned on making the move. You know, they were just so lenient during the whole pandemic.
Oh yeah.
So we utilized that, and so I have a pretty good list to sell ratio. So 450 active, and I've sold 415.
Mm-hmm.
So stuff's moving out at almost 100%. So with that kind of concept, I'll go through and I'm like, cool, I have plenty to source. So if I ever got to like couldn't go anywhere for a month or something, that's always been my plan to go. We've budgeted it out, and I'm like, I'll go ahead and upgrade the store. And you know what? I'll probably take a week off of work, and I'll just list 250 items, and just ramp it up. Josh, are you running an official business yet? Explain. I don't have an LLC or anything, but it will be officially my wife's full-time job come after we get a letter from the tax man.
I don't have any of that stuff either. Probably should. I don't know.
I'd say go by what your state kind of says.
Mm-hmm. Do you have the complete, or you don't have an iPhone, do you?
Nope.
Okay, I think this is an iPhone exclusive app. I've talked about it, but it's called Completely.
Yeah.
It does you get to see how fast stuff sold. So I use that all the time. Like, I'm not going to use it on something cheap, but well, sometimes I do. It just kind of depends, but it gives you like a really good idea. Like if something's sold in 5 hours, so it's too cheap probably or something, especially if it's the only one that was active. But if it took 450 days to sell, probably don't want to buy that item.
Yeah.
So it's been pretty nice. And I price stuff for more money just because all the ones that had sold really fast. And I've made quite a bit of extra money off of just that data, I guess, from that.
No, so with where we are in Virginia, we're not required to. I think with the county I live in wants me to have it's like $25 to have a business license through the county. They're not even they don't harp on that unless I were to go and rent out a space. So for instance, if I am in the county, and even if I'm not a storefront, if I were using a warehouse space and that's my purpose of using the building, then they're going to want me to pay. It's literally like $30 for the year. So I might do it anyway, just in case they couldn't come after me if I decided to do a yard sale every weekend. They wouldn't be able to say anything to me. I'd be able to I'm good. My front yard is my storefront, but state by state, it's different. I probably wouldn't go LLC until I was deciding to pay right now we can do self-paid, self-employed with my wife, and it still doesn't matter. Virginia just looks at it and goes, did you make more than I think $20,000 is when they're going to ding me on taxes.
For sales.
Yeah. 20,000, they're going to go, all right, which you're still low on their radar.
Yeah.
They're like, you wouldn't claim all this to money launder on a reselling business, Now, if I start reporting 200,000, yeah, they want to audit. But I would definitely go full business, everything once. I was talking to my buddy today, and I was like, hey man, I really do see it in a probably about 2 years, having it to where he can start putting in hours and have a little less time at his job because his job drives him crazy. So. $20K is the magic number. Yep. We have passed that in our first year, so it hasn't been a full year. I got a gift to give to my buddy.
That's come down a little bit, hasn't it?
That's why I wasn't gonna sell it. I told my buddy, I was like, I had it, and he was like, "Ooh, let me get it."
The GameCube one's still pretty valuable, isn't it?
Yeah, I got it for $2. I think it's going for like 15. So I was like, they can have it.
Also on that app, you can see so this is Garage Flip Store. I don't know if it'll focus, but you can see in these top things here, it'll have the average sold price, their sell-through rate, and all these it says he sells stuff in an average of 12 days, and Cincinnati Picker, he sells stuff in 3 days. I don't know. I don't think Garage Flips takes as long as it says, but my stuff probably takes a little bit longer than that. So you can kind of see all that different stuff. It's kind of interesting.
Gotcha.
Not that really does anything, but kind of fun to see what different people are doing for how fast they sell through and stuff.
Right. And that's why I think it's fun if you find people aren't doing it as many, but when they do store reviews and stuff,
mm-hmm.
and you can kind of see the insider on stuff where somebody's store is nothing below $500,
Mm-hmm.
They're not trying to sell more than 5 things a month, but they're totally fine. They're like, if I can average 4 to 5 things a month and I'm doing this part-time, I'm good to go,
Mm-hmm.
There's shoe resellers that won't sell a pair of shoes under $150. They just won't. But for them, they're trying to get on a regular basis of shoes because for some reason they want to open a brick and mortar store because they'll still ship online, but they want a storefront. You know, shoes aren't fun unless you can display them, and it's really hard to display them nice online. So they're trying to boost that revenue. Yeah, Dory, you'd be spending. I mean, you're gonna spend on fees anyway.
Don't they have a $5 or $10 store? Or did they get rid of that?
I think they got rid of it because I think they're doing 50 and under is free. So I bumped up in my first 30 days. I bumped up to the next level, and then I bumped up to basic in the first 90 days. And so now I've kind of juggled staying at that 400 level. Starter store. All right, there it is. Starter store, $5.
So that one's, you don't get any of the coupons with that or anything, but still.
You don't get anything until you're at the basic. So until you're paying, I think, $26, $27 a month.
Mm-hmm.
So then you get a $25 gift card.
If you don't need that till you, have enough listings. A lot of people just go straight on and grab that before they need it.
Right. And I'm hoping eBay will refigure store cost combined with what fees are. I'm hoping they'll start to figure that out with basic, like helping you out with store packages.
It's right about the same fees that PayPal was charging, right? I think.
That, and yeah, it's like, so where my conundrum is like right where I'm at. I'm in that weird sweet spot of leveling up a store, which is going to take me up in my monthly cost.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm still paying out. I'm probably grossing $5,000-$6,000 in sales, a month. So I'm paying $500-$600 in fees a month. But then I'm going to be penalized if I don't upgrade my store. And I'm like, what's the incentive for me selling something more that I'm going to pay you fees on monthly anyway? What's my incentive for going up? I mean, sorry, but 8 extra rolls of tape per 3 months isn't fun, So I'm just trying to, and then I like, so, and I guess where it also comes out, it's like,
are you having to pay insurance and fees right now?
Not right now, because I think that's what eBay's trying to make the money on, is interest.
Yeah.
What's up, Nikki? Nick Pick Thrift.
Have you noticed on the like the coupons you have? So like they have, like, they never make it where you can spend it all, just on purpose. So like you're buying tape and it'll be like $45 and your coupons for $50, but they still make you pay the tax, even though you have $5 left on your coupon, and you really shouldn't have to pay tax anyways when you're. I think they might sell it at a loss or something. I think they're doing.
Well, what's funny, see, that's the problem at my store level. So I get $25, and guess how much an 8-pack of tape is? $27. It still doesn't cover my tape.
Yeah. But they're like, I have $5 left in the coupon, but they make me pay tax. And it's really, I'm not paying anything, so why am I paying tax? I don't know. I think they're making money off it somehow.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
Well, the fact that they gave you a coupon for what they probably manufactured for $1.
Yeah, and I wonder if they take like a loss on the stuff, like say they gave it away.
Yeah, promotional for their employee.
Yeah, and then because otherwise they wouldn't need to be charging tax, I don't think.
And let's see what else. What else can we list? Oh yeah, I got a power cord for this thing. I need to clean it.
Is it a radio? Something. It's a
Yep.
radio.
Radio with CB.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Is that worth some decent money?
150.
Dang.
So it's got batteries in it now, or it didn't. So it needs a little bit of cleanup in there.
Yeah.
I got it for $10, but it
Nice.
needs the DC power in, which is pretty easy to find,
Mm-hmm.
or your extension 120-volt cable.
Yeah.
So I was out Friday, and I went and picked up a vintage tape recorder,
Mm-hmm.
and I got it for like $3. I really just bought it for the power cord, because I was like, it's the exact power cord I needed for this.
Is that just like the normal figure 8 one?
Yep.
You can find those everywhere.
Well, I was trying to get a black one that was clean,
Oh yeah.
and because this thing needs a good cleaning on the top, but yeah, I mean, it was like still has original strap, everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
last one sold, I think, 155.
I haven't seen anything quite like that. That's a speaker on the side.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
So I've tested it out, because I have a brown cord for my it's a vintage mixer.
Yeah.
I plugged it in and tested it, and I was like, yeah, it's working, sweet. I was like, there's nothing wrong. The speaker's not blown.
That would probably actually have some decent money even for parts.
I missed how your sales are, Josh. Sales are good. We're hitting about 1,000 to 1,500, so profit is $700 to $900 per week now. So it's going pretty good.
Yeah.
Got to go find a shed. I'm talking to another company. Oh, I just finished one of Emily's videos after an hour. That might be all of her minutes, if she needed. Well, here, let me look up my stuff real quick. Did you look up your watch time?
What?
Did you look up your watch time?
Me? Yeah,
Yeah.
it was at like I think it was at like 1,100 hours.
Gotcha.
So still got a while. And I'm like I think I actually picked up quite a few subs in this. I
Nice,
picked
man.
up like almost 8 or 9 subs. I'm at 265 right now.
Sweet. I'm at I'm right at 2,000 on watch time, and I am something another on subs. What was I at?
Does it always display the watch time in minutes, or does it eventually switch to hours?
It always does minutes.
Even if you're doing like tons of stuff.
Oh no, sorry. Yeah, it always does minutes. There you go. Nicole said she'll go sub.
Thanks.
She's gonna be on Emily's channel on Wednesday. She'll be super cool. And then me and Yakov will have our special guest, because if anybody, this is what I'm saying, I could say almost anything I want, and only the people in this chat. Nobody's going to watch until the 2-hour and 28-minute mark to find out who our guest is on Tuesday. But we got Troy, the good old mountain man with the great radio voice, because that's his full-time job. We still waiting to hear back from like 3 people for the next couple weeks. Because I got a lot of yeses from people. But yep, we'll have Troy Mountain Man Treasures. And then Yeah, I got 2 more people lined up. They were like, yes, we just got to work out our schedules. And then I hit them up on Instagram, and then I hear like they'll see it, and I'm like, cool, this week worked for you. And then we get around to that week, and they're like, oh, sorry, just saw this. Sorry about that. I was like, no problem. Well,
They should.
right.
Didn't YouTube used to have like a messaging thing? And they
Used to.
wonder why they got rid of that. That would make stuff easier.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And I know that they're reformatting a lot of stuff. They're going to put a lot more emphasis on live streaming here pretty soon.
Hmm.
They're trying to compete heavier with Twitch.
Oh yeah.
So apparently there's going to be a lot more incentive. Upload days. Are you asking for Kaiser or myself? Take pictures when it's dark. Get a friend to hold a flashlight. Hey, you should figure out how to do a live when your lights go out and you lose Wi-Fi and you have no cell service. And you end up in a gas station parking lot. Upload days. You have special upload days you post videos?
Well, this trip I'm doing like every day. At least I'm trying to. And well, then I guess sometimes it might upload after midnight, so it might end up being 2 in the same day or something. But when I'm at home, I really only upload like what sold video randomly, or if I do a trip or something. So like it's kind of weird. It's probably not good for the whole YouTube thing, but I do like tons of videos when I'm traveling, and then when I'm home, I do like nothing. But I could save it all and like make it where I have videos, every 3 days or something. But I want to keep it like up like the pace with kind of what I'm actually doing on the trips.
Hey, there's fun tip I learned in that book is that no one knows. No one knows really where you are until you tell them.
Yeah.
So like I'm trying that concept with a video I did today, and it's only because I was trying to edit down. So Friday alone I filmed 2 hours.
Yeah.
And it's pretty good content, but I was like, man, I need a stopping point. So the first video I edited down to about 25 minutes. So it'll be a premiere tomorrow. But the other stuff is like pretty decent stuff I found at a Goodwill. So that one I'm just gonna theme as Goodwill haul, and I'll have another 20 minutes worth of footage from that.
Yeah.
This other one were like 2 mom and pop thrift stores and then a moving sale because I just happened to be driving by it. So for me, I was like, sweet, 1 day, 2 videos. But to answer your question, Nicole, I'm trying. I stay on a schedule of our live on Tuesday. I like doing at least 1 live on the weekend for listing, which is fun. But I'm trying to at least upload 2 pre-records, if not 3. The reason I say if not 3 is because I do all my filming on the weekend, so I have a video probably Monday and Wednesday. But what you were saying, Kaiser, a thing that I've been working on is I do have cool stuff I can share with people that I'm just not thinking about.
Yeah.
So like for you, the thing I just asked you, dude, I sell a lot of electronics. Here's how I clean the internal components for battery cases and plugs. It's something that you might do sitting at home bored if you're not traveling, and it's a sweet 20-minute video that a lot of people search. So for me, I went through and I was like, here's how to list yarn. Why? Because I was going to sit there that night and list 50 pieces of yarn. But I wanted to show those 3 things. It's funny. They've been blowing me up on Instagram. Thanks, man. I picked up yarn. Hey, when you do this, how many do you put together? So I was like, okay, so people are really watching it, And it's I'm doing it in the office anyway. So I'm trying to make myself film at least 1 in the office video that's not like out picking stuff up.
Yeah. How much have you made off the yarn?
So far, and I've only listed about maybe 10% of it, 180 bucks.
It's all first class shipping, I guess.
Hmm.
It's always nice.
Or I'll do bigger lots. So like the biggest one I did 5 of them, so it was like 2 pounds. So it was like $11 to ship out, but it was more of a rare one. So I got $50 for 5 of them.
Nice.
So yeah, I was actually just showing somebody that the other day, and I was like rolling through, and I was like, dang. I was like, yeah, I need to list more of it. It's just a boring thing to list, but it's so easy.
Mhm. You do it all individually.
No, I try to lot up like light, either the same branding or like colors. If I get
Yeah.
a bunch of like odds and ends, I'll actually do one big grab bag. So I'll put like 15, like a huge lot. But on
Mhm.
that one, I can ask a little bit more.
Never sold yarn.
Nope, Iris. She's asking Nikki. Still haven't found. She's been looking for that grape fizz.
Oh, so on like Amazon, whenever I send stuff in, I talked about this in the video I made today. I shipped a box and it's going to Pennsylvania, I guess.
Uh huh.
To get to their warehouse, it was a 20-pound box. It was like 25 by 10 by 18 or something like that. I don't know.
Hmm.
It was a big box. I think like 20 or 25 pounds, and it was $7 and like 18 cents to ship.
Nice.
So it's just like I just love that shipping for Amazon. That's just to get to the warehouse, but I wish eBay shipping was like that. You
Yeah.
can't even get low end priority for that
Here,
price.
here recently, I haven't done too bad. What did I list? Oh, I got a brother sewing machine. Dude, priority shipping, it's 18 pounds. Okay? I was super shocked. It was like $13.
Did it go local?
No. It was like a 32% discount.
Hey, where did it go?
Ohio?
That's not far though.
Mm-mm.
That's still in one of your closer
I was super
zones.
surprised that 18 pounds and it's not a small box.
Yeah, yeah. Do you for heavy stuff like that, do you turn off like Alaska and Hawaii and all the territory? Or
No, because so like,
oh you do charge shipping though, don't you?
yeah, I charge shipping.
Okay.
If I do free shipping, I do turn that stuff off. I don't mind. I do the global shipping program
Yeah.
only because I'm able to send it to Kentucky, so it's super like short distance for me. But I haven't done like I got something going out to Puerto Rico because it's still a U.S. territory
Yeah.
and it is free shipping. So
Hmm.
I've had those hurt me a little bit.
Like I had something like whenever I list something that's a little bit heavier, I put FedEx shipping, but like Hawaii or Puerto Rico, any of those places are not places that FedEx will go to.
Yeah.
And so then I've actually canceled orders because the shipping was so high, and I said like buyer's address wasn't right. Just it's probably really my fault for not doing the. I guess I can change all that stuff and exclude those territories, but I don't know. Can you do that on your phone, like exclude, or does it have to be on a computer?
I think you can on your phone. I don't mess with it too much.
Yeah. Like when I was selling weights, people are always like, "Will you ship to these like places like 80 pounds of weight and stuff?" Like, no,
You're like, no, no thanks.
costs like $200 to ship. Actually, before I went on this trip, they had. Have you sold any weights?
No.
But you know they're doing good. You've heard how they're selling good on eBay right now?
Yeah, they were doing good. I haven't kept up with them recently.
Yeah.
I was just reading her comments. She says she jumped in a Staples dumpster the other night, woke up to a $500 sale.
Nice.
Nice.
They're still going for like $2 a pound or whatever.
Are they?
But these were two 80-pound dumbbells. Actually, there's three of them.
Wow.
And I could have messed with them, but it was right before I left on this trip, and I didn't grab them. But they were really cheap. But I really didn't want to ship that either.
Yeah.
But and like locally, like you've got to be a pretty big guy to be able to lift 80-pound dumbbells. It's like it's just a kind of a limited market.
This is why I pick up used shoes. Remember? So these are the 17s. Yeah.
They sell. Nice.
Like, told you, man.
Is that
People,
plus shipping?
people in their running shoes, man. And Asics and Brooks are like some of the best because people get so like they like a pair, they like a certain pair.
Do you ever see like the toes? Some of them, like the toenails, will wear through on in certain models.
Yeah,
I'll
check. So those are my. It was another fun video idea because I used to do it with my shoe videos. So I was like, when I get a shoe, most runners don't put their insoles in, but they take them out as soon as they get them. So I'll put that in the description. I check lace ends, even though you can find laces, it just saves you so much time in listing. So I make sure these aren't busted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I check peeling here. If they're mesh top, always want to check the front end. Same thing, I want to see tread life, you know. And then the other part that gets busted out is right here.
The heel, yeah.
Right inside. So I'm like, for me, it's like a 5-point check. I'm like, all right, boom, 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 and do the shoe twist. It's always good to do as well, especially on boots.
Yeah.
Merrells and stuff.
Echoes.
Yeah, Echo.
I guess if you're buying shape ups or anything like that.
You sell a lot of shoes, don't you? Yes, I do. I've got 150 listed and probably 200 more pair unlisted.
Mostly like athletic shoes.
It's a variety, man.
I just don't end up picking them up all that much. It's mostly dress shoes and boots that I end up getting. Some like combat boots.
Yep. Vibram soles, brand new stitch soles. I'm just literally grabbing out of a bin.
What's the best shoe sale?
Oh, I mean, easy.
Yeah.
Easy Yeezys.
What were they? 350?
325.
25. I think I've gotten
So here you go, Dory. I'll show you again real fast.
a little bit more than that.
So you're gonna check tread life. Tread life is my number one like disqualifier, especially on an athletic shoe. If this is gone, athletic shoes and dress shoes that are like Echoes are a lot of rubber soles. Cole Haans use rubber soles on a lot. If this is gone, I'm 9 times out of 10, unless it's really rare, I'm not picking it up.
Yeah.
So if I see this and that's gone, my next check is here because this gets torn out a lot. And then also your toe, if there's any type of peeling. And sometimes when I'm like at a bin, well, not like a outlet bin, but even inside the store, if there's a bunch of people fighting for them, I just throw a bunch in my basket and I'll forget to check. But so I check the toe, back in the heel. I check my lace ends because I like the original laces if I can. I make sure these aren't busted. Your tread life. And then typically if there's any other mark, you know, yes, look for any holes or anything, but I still buy them even if it doesn't have the insole, especially if it's a runner shoe. Most runners, they don't care because they either want to put their own sole in it or they like running with no sole and direct cushion of the shoe. But yeah, Doc Martin rain boots. Those will do pretty good. Yeah, they're complete rubber. But then also sell like Merrell slip-ons. So do a variety of stuff. Yeah, some other Jordans. So
I think my highest shoe sale was, I think, a pair of Salvatore Ferragamos, or maybe a pair of boots. I can't remember. I found some like perfect condition Ferragamos that were like a nice, I think they were a cap toe or something, and they weren't fake or anything. Oh, those are FootJoys. No, Callaway.
Callaways, yeah. Women's, yeah, I sell a lot of FootJoys.
Yeah,
Some Star Wars Sperry's.
Sperry, huh? They're faking the Vans.
Yep, slip-on Vans. But yeah, I haven't found any of the Salvatores, man.
I mean, I saw some the other day, and they were priced at $90 here. And there's a lot of fakes out there too.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of stuff that's not worth great money for them, anyways.
Of course, women's Chacos sell really good.
Mm-hmm.
Those always sell fast too. Anytime you find those, that's easy between 30 and 60, depending on size and style.
Yeah. I don't see them that often. Whenever I do, they're 15, 20.
Dude, so that's the trick I was telling you. I was like, if you don't go to major cities and you get to an area to where, let's say, the uniqueness of like when I was telling you, Northern Virginia outside of DC,
yeah,
so you're gonna get more residential people dropping stuff off, doing that, but they have the income to be in that major city. So for me, we have the military base so close by. It's the only reason I find so many Hokas. They're not selling Hokas in my mall, you know. They're not selling in my local shoe store. But I find tons of Chacos, Hokas, Merrells, stuff like that. Because all these people they travel across the U.S. and across the globe, and they buy stuff they like. So, and what's good is my local area, they're not trying to mark those up at my thrift stores. They're marking up what's popular for the area.
Yeah.
So I get all those shoes for like $5 and under.
Right. Yeah, that helps a lot. There's some stores that'll like price really, really high, and then they'll like mark it down until it sells. So like I've been to some stores on this trip, and you can't hardly get a pair of shoes for less than $25.
I'll give a prime example. So for my area, we're inner city. They wanted to sell me these for $55. I got them for $35.
Mm-hmm.
But 55, 60, 70 is what they're going for, you know. They're trying to do that. So this, they put that big price tag on. It's Jordan, it's Nike, you know. What's that logo right on that boot heel?
Mm-hmm.
Doc Martin, flannel inline. These were on the shelf for $4.
Hmm.
These will sell twice as much as those Nikes.
Yeah, and I mean it depends who's pricing too, because I mean I don't think they really have any incentive to price it high. I don't know.
Oh, well,
like someone in the back, I don't know if they really care.
No, they do. Goodwill has changed all their store branding to Goodwill Retail now.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's store incentive on sales now.
Hmm.
I was kind of asking them how their system works. I was like, you guys are becoming like a corporation. Do you? And they tell me this over and over again. I had one guy tell me different, which I was like, he worked in the back. I said, so do you guys just sell what's coming in locally for your area? And they're like, yeah. the stuff that we don't think sells, we put it in a truck. I always see trucks in the back, and I see trucks bringing stuff,
Mhm.
and they're like, no, 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 no. That truck comes around because we'll put the stuff in there that goes to the bins that we don't think sells. And I said, oh, okay. And I was like, well, that's weird because it'll be like a weird, I don't know, Charlie Brown item. Okay. Charlie Brown item, brand new in the package. And me, I hit up all the Goodwills within like 30, 40 miles. Guess what? Every single Goodwill had that Charlie Brown item.
Mhm.
How did that get to every single Goodwill? And I'm like, I think you guys are just sharing merchandise. You're doing this almost like a corporate place would. Walmart distribution has 27 pallets of this, and they're going to distribute it amongst all their stores. I was like, it's okay. You can say you're doing that. You're a corporation. You guys are trying to make sales. You're trying to.
Yeah.
I get it. So, yeah, the manager at this particular one that's like my favorite Goodwill, she's into shoes, so she prices the shoes she likes. And that's the same thing I said. What's the incentive of you not selling all your shoes for $5? You're getting it for free and you're reselling it.
Yeah. Like, does she get like a bonus for like?
Oh, I'm pretty positive. Since now they have stores and districts, they have district managers. They're pushing for quote unquote retail sales. When I was down in Florida, you've done some sourcing in Florida, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I was down near Tampa, I could barely find used stuff in a Goodwill. It was all brand new.
Yeah.
Like these shoes would have sat in their Goodwill for $25. And I was like, what in the world is this Goodwill? I went down there, I filmed, I was so hype, and we found more stuff, I think, at a what's the other thrift store?
Salvation Army.
Salvation Army, yeah.
They have a lot of them down there, yeah.
We found more stuff in Salvation Army than any Goodwill. Dude, we were so disappointed in Goodwill down there.
Yeah.
I was like, man, we can't find anything.
It changes so much city to city. I've seen some terrible, terrible Goodwills, some really good. It changes a lot.
Oh, yeah. Well, it does it by district, so.
Well, even like what stuff they'll sell.
Mm-hmm. When we went to the mountains, totally different system than what I have. So still in the state of Virginia, it's a different district. I went up there and their shoes were $2 cheaper. I was getting every pair of shoes for $3. But they had very little hard goods. They had a lot of clothes, a lot of women's clothes.
There's like certain categories I've noticed, like I never see that in a Goodwill. Like I might not see any like pet items or like just random stuff like it's just like clothing, shoes, like a little bit of electronics in some stores, books, and like there's certain things like they don't have. And I don't know, it's kind of like town by town. It seems like in Dallas, they have like a ton of, I guess, like hard goods or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then some stores just barely have any. And it seems like it's just by region kind of.
And another thing, and by anybody still in the chat, this isn't a sexist comment or anything. This was told to me. The district manager, she's a female. And I said, I found one like tool one time, still in the package. It was like worth $100. I paid like $15 for it. I said, why don't you guys put out? I said, do you not get a lot of tools? She goes, oh no, we get plenty. I was like, what do you do with them? She goes, oh, I send them on the truck to go to the distribution center for the bins. And I said, why don't you put any out? She goes, oh, I just don't know a lot about them. And so she was just like, since she's not comfortable with tools, she was just like, yeah, I put out the stuff that I think will do good. And when I don't know about something, I just send it off to the distribution center. I don't
price $1.99 and put it out.
I know. I was like, I'll take the tools, like, because I have a good relationship like with the staff there.
Yeah.
But it's just crazy when it's like, yeah, if they don't know anything about it, so they do have a bit more control.
Yeah. And Goodwill is different than other stuff because they have so much more infrastructure.
Oh, huge.
Than any other thing.
big time.
And there's a Goodwill Seattle's been on eBay since '98, I think.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy. They have a huge like eBay store.
Oh, I believe it. Well, and they've been paying a lot more attention to their auction site too.
Yeah,
After this year,
that stuff goes high.
when they well, they've been sending a lot of stuff in to go to auction out of
Yeah.
Richmond for Virginia.
Yeah,
Because there's been a lot of stuff that I was like, this, you can't say it went here for overstock. You guys, and they did tell me that too. They're seeing certain stuff that they will check pricing on, and it never makes it to a shelf. It goes straight to their auction.
are they supposed to have it in the store before they send it to auction?
No, but it confirmed my theory when they were telling me you don't send it place to place. But I was like, you're not just sending the junk to Richmond.
Yeah, they definitely pick through the stuff.
You're going through and you're sending it to auction, which shows me you're doing this as a corporate structure to where you might get a large amount of a certain item that sells better in a different city, town, demographic, whatever, and you're shipping them a lot of stuff.
Yeah, like you're never gonna find a Game Boy in a Goodwill anymore. If you do, it's gonna be $50, most likely.
Yeah.
I found one in the last year.
Yeah,
but their auction site stuff will go for more than eBay sometimes, and it's as is, no returns. I guess people are, we're helping out a charity, so they'll pay even more money.
I'm like, yeah. I mean,
do you ever round up your totals?
Sometimes.
I'm like, when it's a penny, I can't say no, but otherwise, it's like I just donated $25.
Yeah, sometimes. And
donate another.
And with my once again, with my position, what I do, like I donate to a lot of organizations, a ton. And then I, not just through my church, but just personally, there's a lot that I support. So for them, it's like I don't feel bad when they're like, people will look at you and like, would you like to donate to that? I'm like, no, thank you. And they're like, oh, it goes to help this. And I was like, ma'am, I send to 30 missionaries and orphanages every single month. I'm like, I'm collecting shoes to donate for widows to start a business. I'm like, and you guys are not hurting on being able to cut a check as a corporation. I think you guys are doing okay.
Yeah.
When I see Taco Bell and I'm like, it's really helping to support. And I'm like, yeah, I know, Taco Bell. That's why you opened up 20 new restaurants in my area. But I think it's good if people like, if that's what your heart beats for. I tell people all the time, be supportive for what makes your heart thump. If you see an organization that you can donate to, heck yeah, But if I had come through the system and got a job at Goodwill and it helped me start my business and everything, I'd probably be a huge supporter. I totally get it,
Yeah.
But now that they're not even doing the employment office in the state of Virginia and they tell me it goes to the employment.
Are they closed for now, you mean?
Yeah. So I'm like, is that just going into a big bucket for people?
Their CEOs, I mean, obviously they need like good CEOs to run that business. It's so big, but they make some good money.
Yeah. So it's always just good to, support what you want to support. I just wasted my time trying to set up a screen. So you got no listing done, huh, Yakov? But yes, Yakov, thanks for lining up our guest on Tuesday. Oh, sorry, man. Sorry, buddy. I hope you feel better.
I mean, if you got done.
How many?
Yeah.
When I'm finishing up this one. I don't know. 8 or 9? Yeah. Oh, sorry. Plus
The one you sold?
11. Well, I forgot the jackets my wife did too.
Hmm. I got 2 done. I got like 6 things on eBay today. I didn't really do it that long, but mostly working on my Amazon and stuff like that. I didn't source today. I think it's my first day. I didn't go to a thrift store on this whole trip. And then I guess tomorrow is Columbus Day, so some stores will be closed for that.
That's
And then
true.
other stores do sales.
That's true. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out with dude, feel better. Go to sleep. Don't worry about what you didn't get done. Just make you a good goal for tomorrow, man. Yeah, my wife got the day off tomorrow. I'm still going in.
Seems like just about like government is about the only people who get off for Columbus Day.
I know. That's why I was surprised when she was like, "Yeah, we're off." She's like,
The post office is, oh, they're closed tomorrow, aren't they? I've got a bunch of big boxes I need to drop off. Huh. Guess they're gonna sit in the car tomorrow.
"You're gonna have a packed out car."
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But I'll text you like if you're up this way at lunchtime tomorrow.
All right. Yeah, I'll try to. You're not too far from here, so I'll try to
No.
line it up.
Yeah, if you're coming up, like I said, if you come up 460 or um, Route 10 is like a back road way to do it. You get to come all the way up like the bay and the James River.
Hmm.
I live right on the James River, so that feeds into the bay. But yeah, I was like, I can jump away for lunch for a little bit and connect with you.
Yeah.
And show you where you can get your drive-through oil change up here. That's where I take my cars.
It's just I don't know, so much easier.
It is, dude. You like barbecue?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. There's a good barbecue spot like right up the road from me.
Check it out. You can go to bed right after a bang.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna try one of those, and it's like 250 or 300 milligrams of caffeine. I was like,
But believe it or not, because it's not I don't know,
okay.
it's weird. It's one that like if my brain's active and going, so like I'll lay in bed and finish editing this video, but like I'll pass out. It's not one that does like the Red Bull crash. It really doesn't.
I don't crash from
I
Red
think
Bull,
that's
but
well, that's why I like them. Well, if you do anything that you do a bunch and then you get jittery, like you need more, Bang's one of those ones that like it's good to sip on while you're working, but like I can like if I don't even finish it, I'll just pass out. It
I
doesn't.
drink like coffee and Red Bull. That's about it.
Yeah, I'll do Starbucks in the morning, and then oh man, I forgot I had these. I gotta take some Littlest Pet Shop toys down. I'll take the listings down because I got the big shopping mall, and I'm gonna combine them all with that
Hmm.
rather than selling them individually. But yeah, got some
Amazon made a,
huh?
oh, Yakov said Amazon made a give him a picture of his license and credit card statement. I don't think I had to do that, but I signed up years ago.
I don't know if I'll ever get into Amazon.
It's tough.
Huh?
It's tough. You got to be. I don't know. It's easy to get kicked off.
That's what I'm saying. They seem like there's so many hurdles through them.
I actually got So like they have basically like the returns on eBay, but it's like it's called like an order defect rate or whatever. So that got too high on mine. No, actually, I think it was negative reviews in proportion to the amount of sales I had.
Hmm.
And people on Amazon will leave a negative review way easier than on eBay. So you got to be really careful. And I mean, you really need to appeal and try to, like people on Amazon will give gift cards to people to get rid of returns, and it's all a game really. But
Oh yeah.
so I got kicked off there one time for that, or I got suspended. And you have to write this like appeal letter back to them, and they just have like certain keywords and stuff they want to hear. And I mean, I didn't know what to write in that, and I ended up paying someone a lot of money to write me a letter to do that.
Right. And that's why I was like, for me, I'll probably we're kind of thinking of like which direction on like the next like SKU line we want to go to.
Yeah.
Um, I'm like, we might do a Poshmark if my wife like really likes doing the clothing,
Hmm.
because I feel like she'll do pretty good with it. I do pretty good on getting bulk lots of toys. I might go Macari, man. Macari's just known for that, you know. So we're just kind of like, because we want to create a not just cross post, but create a different lane for, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
this is all Macari shelf in our inventory, and we're just gonna keep, you know, yeah, we'll cross post the toys, but we're only gonna put the toys cross posted on Macari, just so we can kind of get a store branding on there and kind of let eBay be a catch-all.
Yep. But you can't really search comps on any of those, can you? On Mercari, Poshmark, Etsy, I don't think you can.
They don't show up if you use like Google Lens and stuff. No.
Well, but like you can't look at like the history of what sold, I don't think.
I thought you could on Macari.
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, might be able to on there.
I think I looked up a few things because that's what enticed me. Because I was like, all right, I got these wrestling figures. How are they doing on Macari? And I was like, oh dang, like they're selling every day. I was like, this is pretty sweet. But I never had a reason to open the Macari because I've sold just about every single one I've listed on eBay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, did I ever show, like, did you ever see that one?
What?
Me and Jimmy, we did a live because I unboxed them with him. I got 90 wrestling figures for $30.
I feel like I saw part of it or something. I don't know.
And dude, I've probably made $400, and I still have about 40 of them left.
Nice.
Like he was like, take the time, list them out one by one, you know. Dude, I get about, on the common ones, I'll do like $8 free shipping and get $4 off of it.
Mm.
I've sold a few for 50, a few for 15, a few for 20, and like they move good.
Yeah. But like if eBay didn't have comps that you could look at, it would completely change.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many things I wouldn't sell. Like I wouldn't have bought that thing for $900. So
Oh yeah.
I mean, a lot of the other platforms don't have that, but
Oh no, 100%. That lantern.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll drop the video. I didn't even get that footage on there because I'm still weird about having I'm always afraid I'll forget to edit it out, but I don't like putting the transaction on camera. So I always turn my camera off before like I do any type of deal.
Pull your credit card out.
Exactly. So, or if I go through the line and I feel like, you know, somebody's like, well, you didn't haggle enough, or you ripped them, you know, it's just going to open the door.
Yeah.
Just for more feedback. But so I'll quickly do it like when I get to the car. Well, that lantern is something I scooped up right before I made the deal. I saw it on the table, and so I pulled my phone out, looked it up, and I was like, dang, man. I was like, there's a few listed, but they're going for 100 to 150, you know, based on condition. And I was like, $5, and I was like, all right, I'll take that. And I put one thing back. And she was like, all right, you know, $26. I never put it on camera, but I was like, oh yeah, hey, before I go into this next store, you guys didn't see this, but you're right. If I didn't have that comp to look up, I was like, oh, it's an old rusted lantern.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Helps a ton.
Well, dude, I'm gonna wrap it up here.
Yeah. Getting late.
I gotta edit some videos before I go to sleep. I'm gonna try to before I pass out. Well, there was still 8 people hanging out, so thanks everybody. And dude, yeah,
They're all on the West Coast.
we'll try to connect tomorrow, man, and see if we can catch up.
All right. See ya.
All right, dude. Everybody have a good night, and I will talk to you again real soon. Thanks for hanging out if you were hanging out this long. If you got some listing done or if you just wanted to hang out and chat, we will talk to you very soon.